Yep, preseason. Until we have our season 2 figured out, we're going to be a preseason, which is fine. We like to get together and talk and keep our viewers engaged. There you go. Nope, makes sense. Well, last week I mentioned I wanted to get a beer to bring on, but I couldn't get it because it was sold out. But it wasn't sold out this week, so I got it this week. It's the Happy Tuesday. Another one by Moore. It's made. Yeah, my friend that passed away that suffered a stroke at 35, and yeah, he was in like a coma for a while and everything, and then finally passed. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I could hear you.
Because nobody could hear me. Fuck. Oh my god. What the fuck, Windows? Oh god. Okay, this is preseason. This is preseason, guys. This is preseason. Oh my
I
fucking
don't think
god.
anybody's on right now, anyways.
No, we actually did have 2 viewers on now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One probably left when they couldn't hear me.
Well,
Oh my god, fucking Windows, dude!
don't
Another
worry.
another Windows
Jorge,
a Windows update happened, and for some reason my microphone was set to default when it shouldn't. No, it wasn't set to default, which it should have been. So I think the Windows update just like knocked it out or something like that. But anyway, I fixed it now. Now people can hear me. So everybody missed my introduction, but I guess my introduction again. I'm on a bit of a runner's high, so I didn't want to like drink any alcohol right now because I also worked out a bunch. What I actually did though is that the first time I actually used a boxing gym this time around. So like I actually had a straight up professional, box, not box with me, but teach me essentially. And I do want to bring Yadu on this because I should really talk to him because Yadu was my trainer before.
yeah.
And this
You
guy,
firing him now?
yeah, I'm gonna fire him in live preseason 2. I'm firing him as my coach. I want the world
Hey,
to see.
can you get on the podcast? Oh, you're fired.
Yeah. Fuck you, bro. This guy said a lot of things too. Because I also tried to tell him like what I was learned and stuff, and he was just like, "No, time to forget all that." I'm like, "All right." um, and there was a few interesting things I did learn. So I actually thought it was very informative. And actually that was the thing I was kind of missing with Yadu's thing because like it got it to a certain point that I felt like it was more like working out, which by all means that was the whole point I was doing it in the first place. One, learning combat sports, but also working out was also the biggest thing. Um,
Mm.
and so yeah, I didn't get the learning part of it. I got the working out part, but I didn't get the learning part. So just this first session, and already like he worked me out, and it was only a 30-minute
Yeah.
session, but even within those 30 minutes, he got me going right for the whole 30
Yeah.
minutes, and I actually learned a few things here and there. So it was definitely worth it. These guys, so shout out to Knuckleheads over in South Loop. Was it Mickey? That guy, freaking awesome, dude. He's actually a professional. Like, actually, I forget how many wins he's got in his belt. I can actually look it up here. The dude actually has a few wins, and some of the people he trained was actually on ESPN. Knuckleheads.
Wow.
Knuckleheads. No, block. Knuckleheads, like the boxing gym. There we go. All right. Let's see if I can find this guy. Sorry, did I say Mickey Marty? That's his name. I said Mickey. Hold on. Let me put this over here. Ooh, let me move this out of the way. We don't want this. And hold on. I got to make sure that, hold on. Scene. No, 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 no. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so the scene is still looking at the wrong fucking screen. What the hell? Uh, game? There it is. It's game, not scene. God, I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Hold on. There's so many things that people just saw. Nothing bad though. I don't think anything incriminating. All right. So game. Game is the one. What is okay? So main is this. Game is this. I have to reset this stuff. So here you go, guys. Knucklehead Boxing over in South Loop. Highly recommend. Okay, there's a video that doesn't help. But yeah, Marty. There you go. Went on to fight at a world championship level, including 3 world title bouts and 2 bouts with legendary Julio Cesar Chavez. Sean Gibbons had advised. Wow. Blah blah blah. Wait. Sean Gibbons has advised. Okay, so this other guy, this other trainer in there, Sean Gibbons, has advised multiple world champions, contenders, journeyman opponents, and pedestrians in the boxing, and is currently CEO of Manny Pacquiao's promotions, and a proud advisor to Knuckleheads Boxing and Family Fitness. There you go, guys. So going into the coaches here, yeah, there it is, Marty right here. What does it say? After accumulating a final amateur record of 125 wins and 35 defeats, Marty turned to pro. Blah, 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 blah. What was his pro records? Okay. Final professional records, 118 wins and 7 losses. There you go. As a pro. So this guy knows his shit. That's for sure. Right. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. So I thought, and even just for that one session, it went very, very well. So, and I'm still kind of a bit of a high. I know that was like, I actually, that was during my lunch. So I decided to do that instead of lunch. But I'm still kind of running on that. I don't know why, like I still have the runner's high, which is great, but I'm also eating healthier now. I started actually paying attention to what I'm eating. So that's also another thing that, has been helping me out a bit. Man, I hope the bit rate is fine. It still says the bit rate's pretty bad. I don't know why. Why has my internet been like pretty bad recently? Or maybe there's something with Windows. It's got to be something with Windows. Linux has been fine. Anyway, but yeah, man, that's my health story right now. And I started doing climbing, which I think I mentioned last week. No, I didn't, because I just did it.
I don't think you did.
No, because I just did it. What am I talking about? Yeah. No, so climbing, I actually went, so a bit of a story though, and I'm not going to get too much in the details, but like I kind of was suggested by some friend to, hey, why don't you start climbing? You know, maybe that'll do good for you, right? I'm fucking scared of heights. That's number one thing. Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Right. So this was like, this is not going to be good for me, right? And it really was like, okay, fine, face your fears, fucking do it, that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm actually excited to do it again, to be honest. So a few things though. One, I got like sweaty palms, and I was actually really afraid, like, do I have to wear gloves and everything like that? No, when you're doing climbing, you actually want to feel what you're grabbing, so you really don't want gloves. What you use is chalk, and I guess I never had massive amounts of chalk in my hand. But yeah, that stuff really grips, really grips. So I didn't have a problem slipping or anything, except like further up, like when I didn't redo the chalk, that's when I actually started feeling, okay, maybe I'm going to fall real soon. But you kind of have like a little baggie, like a salt bag that you're holding, that's like pinned to you. So you could probably like, if I'm like grabbing with one hand, maybe I could just reach with the other hand. And that's the other thing too. Yeah. The last time I did a wall climbing was like years ago. And this was actually when I was like just trying to work out, but I haven't really started this again years ago. And I remember not making it far at fucking all. Like I had like no stamina. Suddenly I couldn't lift myself up. And I was also a lot heavier too. Right. Nowadays, now, because again, I lost like roughly 30 pounds, and I've noticed I'm like gaining some muscle going on up here. Compound with that, I actually was able to make it, like I made it all the way to 3/4 to this wall, this really big ass wall. But I didn't make it all the way because I was scared of heights. It had nothing to, I mean, I was tired, yes, but I could have made it all the way, but I was so fucking scared. What, like, as soon as I looked down. Yeah, you do. And that's the other thing too. I didn't trust it. Since I never like used it before, I never trusted it. And so I had no idea whether like it was just running through my head all the bad things that's gonna happen. You know, it breaks. It can't
Yeah.
take my weight. You know, I'm obviously seeing people like some people that were like look a lot heavier than me or about my weight. You know, and they're fine. But the other thing is that like when you jump on, like I was like they have these like kind of like solo ones. They also have ones that like you're supposed to have somebody down to like harness you, but then they have the solo ones, right? The solo ones, like it catches you pretty quickly, but that's the thing. Like I could not think about it. That like the other problem is that like I think when I told you I went 3/4 down, I've got scared. I just
Mm.
told like I literally convinced myself, you know what? Why don't you climb down? That's also a workout, you know, that sort of thing, right? So I convinced myself to climb down. Oh, you made it. You're good enough. Climb down. That's a whole that you're literally that's basically all of it, you know, because you're climbing down, you know.
Yeah.
But there is one time that I was like, okay, I'll finally fucking do it. I'll just jump and let the thing like let me go because I'm seeing people they're all doing it, right? So I
Yeah.
closed my eyes and my God, like the biggest fear just rushed through my head so much. Like, do it. 1, 2, 3. Like I was like hesitating, and then I finally did. And here's the thing: like it catches you very quickly, but there's a split second. There's a split second
Yeah.
that there's like a little small fall before it catches you, right? Again, a split second. You're like only falling maybe like a couple like maybe an inch or two or something, but that amount still scared the fuck out of me because like you still feel it. You still feel in your inner ear that you're
Oh yeah, I
falling.
can imagine.
You know?
Yeah.
So like it would just scared me, right? I had to do it twice until I finally started getting like, okay, I'm starting to get a little bit of like, a little not as afraid anymore with doing that, right?
Hmm.
Um, and that's kind of actually why I'm a little excited. I'm gonna go tomorrow. So there is actually one that's nearby in the loop, where we are, and it's the same company too. So the one that I went to was Arlington Heights, which is the closest to the Burbs where I'm at.
Okay.
And there was one in Avondale, which I was originally going to check out, but then when I looked it up, I was like, oh my God, they got one right in the loop. So I'm going to go right after work tomorrow. And I'm actually pretty excited. So that's a good thing. I do want to say
Nice.
though, one really common thing that I met from a few of these climbers, like the ones that are like much older, I should say, because I talked to a couple of them. One in particular actually went up to me when I was like still talking to the workers because like I was getting like my gear, the rental gear, the rental harness or whatever, and shoes. And she knew I was like green, right? I was like I never done this before, right? And she was very like I would say she's very very nice, no heart, everything like that. But man, like I'm all alone in this. I'm all alone going here, and like I kind of like I felt intimidated by her actually a little bit, right? I know she was meaning well. She was just like, "Oh, this is gonna be the best thing for you," blah blah blah, and then she's talking about how climbing changed her life and everything like that. Good for her and everything like that. Will it change my life? I don't know. Probably not. Boxing, I feel like probably did a little more than that, but it's like, okay, I'm all alone. I'm all like kind of scared of like looking at how high these things are. So I'm scared of fucking heights. I'm like, how am I going to start this? And then you come in basically like, I get it. You're trying to be encouraging, but at the same time, I think it's a little too much. It's more intimidating than encouraging, right? You get what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't know if you know those type of people. Like they mean well, but like, and I get that a lot actually. I get that from my parents sometimes. It's like they mean well, but like it's like tone it
Oh yeah.
down because you're not helping me right now.
Yep.
Like my anxiety is over here right now, so it's not helping, but again, I don't forget her name. I should probably don't remember my name, right? But like a lot of these like older people that were like started like doing the climbs, they I don't think anybody. I mean, there were maybe a few people that were new that were with me when we had the educational video, which was just like a 4-minute video on like the harness thing, which was kind of funny to me. I was like, okay, YouTube video, boom, sign the waiver, go, but everybody seemed like they had like some sort of life-changing experience when they started doing climbing. And I'm not quite sure if that's
Yeah.
just really a climbing thing. Like, of course it's like you get the runner's high because like, yeah, this is a lot of exercise. Like my forearms were burning after like I was done, right? Like I definitely got the workout going. But
Hmm.
I think like anything, like anything that has to do with like an exercise or like a new like any activity, I think brings that out to people. Not so much like Tekken, for example. I started playing Tekken a lot, right? But I don't feel like it's a life changing experience. Like I fucking found something that I love, like that sort of thing, as much as like boxing did, or like I'm more excited to like try climbing again or whatnot, right? Like maybe it's just like these type of things that like bring out that kind of like really healthy runner's high is what really gets people to like start thinking, okay, this changed my life, in a way.
Yeah.
So again, more power to the people that like started doing climbing and like it made them a better person or whatever, that sort of thing. But please, 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 when you see someone new that clearly looks scared, don't try to be too encouraging, right? It just anxiety up, right? So anyway,
Yeah, speaking of that, like the whole scared of heights thing, like we go hiking a lot, and like my kids have like no fear of heights. They'll just like run up to an edge, like when you go hiking on a cliff,
right?
and it freaks me the fuck out. Like I'm not gonna go near the edge because I hate it.
Right.
But my kids just run up there, and it's like, no, don't do it, because I'm not coming after you. It's like, but it's like we go on hikes, and like it's just like total anxiety sometimes.
No, I get you. I get you.
We do it to give our kids a good experience,
Right, right. No, I got you. Um, yeah, I am kind of excited. Actually, I forgot that I need to get like a smaller bag for a gym bag. I know I have one around here. I hope to. It is Amazon Prime Day. I could buy a new one. But anyway.
Doesn't mean you have to buy shit.
That's true. That's true. Shouldn't buy that shit. I'm pretty sure I have a smaller bag, whatever.
We just stopped buying from Amazon unless it's like the only place we could get something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That is true. But I did buy a luggage because I needed a new luggage actually for my like when I want to do all my traveling stuff, which I definitely have to start buying the tickets for Germany and all that.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But that's for another topic though. Other than that, I mean, what's going on with you? So you were still missing Yadu. What the fuck? And
still missing Yadu.
Yeah, we're still missing Yadu. Gabe said he was busy. I mean, Gabe wanted to do it, but then when I was like, oh no, I guess he just immediately got another plans or something.
Yeah. We still got a very full, chaotic house here, so.
Yeah, I heard that. Where's my jersey?
Oh yeah. Why don't we meet up next week?
Yeah, let's do that because I know a few of our friends want to do a happy hour. Yeah, let's do that. Wednesday I have another boxing session, so either Thursday. Let's do Thursday because I don't have to do climbing. I mean, I'm doing climbing tomorrow, but that's just what I wanted to do. So I'm not tied to Thursday. Yeah, let's do Thursday. Is that fine with you?
No, it's fine.
All right, cool. All right, you guys, anybody listening to the chat, meet us up at oh god, we should try to do that. Be like, meet up the Topical Drinks, get signed autographs. I don't know what we're gonna sign.
No, just have drinks.
Yeah, we're not that popular yet to get signage and all that stuff. Yeah,
Get it now while it's easy to get.
Yeah, right. Well, we're still pretty cool. Yeah, until we sell out to Raytheon. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go to Slightly Toasted though. That place is a little depressing for me. It's too dark. I kind of want to like if it's a nice day, we should do outside. Dark. We should do something outside.
Outside.
Well, I always go. I always like default to Rivers because I always feel like they had the best like kind of view. But
Yadu.
Like, oh, he's on.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. All right, let me go ahead and copy him. All right, properties, Yadu. Oh, that's the thing. I also have to make a MIA photo for all four of us. Actually, probably all three of us, because I don't think I'll be ever MIA. I think I'm like the fucking heart of this whole operation.
I haven't missed one yet either, so I have got the Iron Man streak going.
Wait, no, I think didn't you miss?
That can't be true.
Yeah,
I feel like you've missed one.
I haven't missed a single one.
I think I probably missed the most.
You probably did. Yeah, Gabe will probably come in third on that one. Yeah, that's true. JP, you haven't missed one because when you were going to miss it, that's when I was in Spain and nothing happened.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So nothing happened and all that. By the way, Yadu, we had like a special request last week. Was it last week? Yeah, last week, the first preseason, that some dude used the N word, which was actually blocked. Actually, it wasn't
Definitely one of my friends.
Yeah, it
Definitely was one of my friends.
Untitled Dagger or some shit like that. Yeah. By the way, it also taught me that like he didn't use the N word. He just spelled it NGA. You know, but you like know where it was.
And the auto mods like
it caught it. It caught it.
Damn.
Yeah, he actually had to change it without removing that. But like when you read it, you know what's gonna happen. But the auto mod did catch that. He said you got to get that N person to eat a whole pizza.
Oh my gosh!
I was actually thinking about this earlier. Like
mukbang.
We should do a stream where like I don't eat the whole day, and then I swim like 500 meters or something, and then like we immediately go to like all you can eat wings place and stream me, just see how many fucking wings I can eat.
Oh, you know what we should do? I just bought. When I went to the Dells, and I bought a 1.6 million Scoville rated hot sauce.
Which one is it? Like what pepper?
Ghost pepper, I believe.
The Carolina.
The Trinidad Scorpion is the hottest natural pepper in the world.
Natural pepper,
I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's Ghost.
The hottest is like a hybrid. That's the Carolina Reaper.
The Carolina Reaper. That's what I was thinking of. Hottest.
Speaking of which, the Pringles, the beer can chicken one sucked.
Oh, I have both of them. Yeah, I think I posted that shit. It was the chicken and the brat. Shit. They're fucking horrible, guys. Like
I could only eat them when I was like already drunk.
Yeah, I ate them when I wasn't drunk, and like I could only get like 2 down, and I'm like, oh god.
My mom suggested I like try to bread chicken with it, and I was like, I think it's still gonna suck.
No, they're horrible.
I think you have to be some type of
if you're gonna do some eating on your episode, then I'll do one where I'm eating some wings with that hot sauce on it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think we should like do like a stream from like a wings place and just get all you can eat wings and see who can eat the most.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I
think I could get up to like 60 flats.
Man, when I'm like doing like working out stuff, so like that sounds horrible to me, but at the same time I should probably do that. Okay, so anyway, for the chat here, this is what we're talking about. The fucking Miller Lite Pringles. You have beer, brat, and chicken. If you had to buy one, the beer brat's the better one, I'm gonna say, than the chicken one.
I had the beer can chicken one.
There's a beer,
not the one you're talking about.
No, there's grilled beer. Oh, is there a third one?
Wait.
There is a third one. I didn't see this one. Okay, so there's beer can chicken. There's grilled beer brat.
Yeah, okay. There's
3.
Steak one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Beer braised steak. I did not see this one.
Beer braised steak and beer can chicken. Which ones did you have? You had the steak and the brat?
No, I had the brat and the chicken. I had the brat and the chicken. I bought those two.
The one we haven't tried is the steak.
Yeah, the steak I couldn't find at the Mariano's that I was in.
That could be either terrible or amazing. But
it's probably terrible.
I'm gonna err on the side of caution and guess it's terrible.
Yeah.
But I got these the other day. Hold on.
I was actually
some fish to defrost real quick.
Go for it. Damn. Yeah, Pringles limited. Okay, look, I get it. It's one of those things like I always try to find that meme, but I can't find there's no GIF or something. It's like the what's his name? He was in Independence Day in Jurassic Park. God, what's his name?
Goldblum.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum's character, great. He's like, you always ask the question, can you? You don't ask, like, should you? Like, that type of thing. Scientists ask if they can, but they never ask if they should. That's yeah. That's exactly what I see this shit. It's like, you're asking if you can do it, but should you fucking do it? Like, this thing is not good, guys. Not good. But if you had to do it, get the brat one. The brat one is at least, I'll give like, the chicken beer one is like a 2 out of 10, and then like the brat one is at least a 5 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10, maybe if I'm 5 if I'm generous, I should say. Right. I have not tried them drunk, but at the same time, I haven't really gotten plastered drunk in a long, long time. Now that I think about it, and by a long time, probably it's not that long. Man, when did I get drunk? I haven't. I mean, I've drank until I'm tipsy, but I don't think I've ever gotten drunk in a long time. Even when I was in
Oh,
Spain.
it was last. It was probably for me last summer. Company party. I drank way too much wine.
Last summer.
Actually, oh wait, no, I'm lying. It was election night. My
Oh.
election.
That'll do it. I actually think
Yeah,
Super necessary.
actually the most actually goddamn, yeah, the last time I got really fucking plastered was wait, no.
And I'm talking about the election
You
I
got
ran.
pretty
in,
drunk
not
on
the-
stream like a couple months ago.
That's actually what I
Oh,
was
yeah.
gonna say. That was I feel like that's the last time, but
Is that the drunkest you've been in a while?
yeah. No.
So my tolerance is bad right now. Like it's taken a lot to get me like drunk.
Right.
Like I'm not blacking out.
Right. No, that's how I feel
But
too.
I
I mean,
I didn't like. Let's see. 4th of July was last weekend. I drank, but I didn't like. I didn't drink. I think I was fairly. Well, I was fairly intoxed at Charlie's going away party. I was pretty drunk there, because we had the soju that me and the Koreans brought was like we went to H Mart for that, and it's a special strength soju, so it's like higher than usual.
oh, I did
And
not.
we saw that, and it was cheaper than getting like a regular case of like 16% soju. So we were like, "Fuck it, just get like 3 bottles of those."
Wait, you didn't? Oh, I didn't get that. Well, I was busy I was being the photographer.
Yeah,
at
you
that
were
time.
you were on the clock.
Yeah. No, I was on the clock. Yeah, I
You
couldn't.
guys think I can use my GoPro as like a webcam for streaming?
No. Actually,
You
no.
sure?
Didn't you have a good camera that we wanted to set up?
Yeah, my A6700. But I'm thinking like
Why can't you
you
use
saw
that?
my message about like streaming Gran Turismo.
Yeah. I do have 7.
I think I could like attach this to like my rig.
I do
but-
have 7.
I think
have
I'd
the
have to like
Logitech
plug.
one. Hold
I'd
on.
have to plug it in with like an USB-C cord. I don't think it would work wirelessly, but I think I could probably. Maybe I should try right now.
This is the Logitech one I have for your reference. This one, the Logitech one.
Yeah, dude, I was actually looking at buying that because it's on sale for Prime Day.
Yeah, we
What?
we were just talking about like whether or not we should use like. Oh, sorry, hold on.
I used Prime Day to buy a fucking textbook today. That shit made me kind of sad.
We were just talking about trying to avoid using Amazon, but I bought a luggage since I need a new luggage for my
Nah,
trip to Germany.
it's so
It's so convenient. I know. You just, I mean, what can you do? Honestly, there's no other alternatives there. God damn, man. But like, anyway, I was just telling JP about my. Oh yeah. By the way, dude, Marty. Okay, I had my first session with Marty.
Yeah, how was that?
It was.
You're fired.
You're fired.
I know, dude.
That was my take.
I'm so sad.
Dude, he was so good. Like 30 minutes in, and he already was like teaching me a few other things.
How many calories did you get?
Hold on. Because after Marty, I actually had not sparring session, but I had a few trainings with Jim. Because Jim was with me. Jim wants to like do more of that actually.
Yeah, but it's not going to be $45 every time, is it?
No
way that's all Marty's charging.
What, the the 30 minutes? He is.
Oh, it was for 30 minutes?
Yeah, it was 30 minutes.
For
But
$45?
He had me going. He had me going the entire time though.
Oh.
Yeah, he was really trying to like go. Let me see. So all in all, I think I had 700. That doesn't make sense. Hold on. I don't think it was 700.
That's still less than me.
I know, no, that's still less than you, but that we go over an hour though.
Yeah. For cheaper, I might add. Plus, you get lifting training with me.
Well, we just started
That's
doing
fine
that.
though, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do that in fall anyway. I was looking at my class schedule today,
Yeah.
and it's fucked.
I think because the thing is like I start like what I was telling JP, I think I got more of a workout with you clearly and not to knock on you. Yeah, we had a great workout and stuff like that. But I feel like at some point
because Marty's like teaching you more technique. Like I only know I don't know that much technique. I'm not like
Right.
a pro trainer.
Which, by the way, he also mentioned, because I did try to tell him, like, oh, the Eastern style, like, this, blah, blah, blah. He immediately was like, and he's a very blunt person, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
But he was just like, what the fuck is that shit? No, forget all this shit. He just went off.
That's what a lot of like American like boxing gyms are like. Like they want you to do it their way.
Right.
Because I remember like when I switched gyms, they were like, "Why the fuck were they letting you do that?" And I was like,
yeah.
Because they taught me to do that.
Yeah, and I
like I bet you he would yell at me for using Philly shell. I think Jim said he would.
Yeah, he would. He actually, we were talking about it when Jim and me were going kind of one-on-one, like learning about like defense and counter type of thing, right? And the one thing he did mention, Jim was like, yeah, I think like the problem is like when we're fighting, we don't have a ring, right? And like the ring is like noticeably smaller. So like maybe the reason why I could never.
It depends on how big the ring is. Like the ring I train in Trinidad is fucking huge.
Right. But like,
so, like
eventually there's a way that you have to like stop. Right. And he kind of was like, yeah, I feel like, especially for someone that just keeps backing up, like there's no way to go, and
oh yeah, that's why I don't pivot out much. Cause I'm used to like not having the ring there. So I always forget to pivot out.
Right. So that's kind of, it was interesting when we were doing the practice in the ring. It like definitely felt like, okay, I got to keep moving, pivot to the left, right, and all that stuff. Regardless though, I like, again, no knocking on you, man, because I absolutely get like the best workout times with you. At some point I was like, you know what? I want to learn the technique as well. And like that whole kind of like learning Marty's things and the 30-minute things. Like
you'll definitely learn better technique from Marty.
Yeah. So there you go. But also you're going to be in school soon, so I feel like I shouldn't bother you eventually either. That's another thing too.
I don't know. I have like evening classes a lot this semester because one of my professors is like he works full time and he teaches, so all his classes are in the evening. Oh. So because it's a studio class, he can't do like the once a week from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So it's broken up into multiple sessions like in the evening throughout the week, which is going to be like semi annoying, but that class is super important to me. It's for UX specifically.
Right.
Which there aren't a whole lot of Viscom classes for UX specifically. Fuck, this is a lot of messages.
There you go.
Yeah, I got asked at one point to do night classes at Northwestern, teaching like a boot camp. Like teaching a boot camp.
Really?
They do yeah. But I'm like, that I would have to drive all the way out there, and I'm like, nah.
You should have asked if they would let you do it like virtually.
Oh, maybe I should have. I didn't think about it, but I was like, that's a load of more work, and I'm like, probably another 20, 30 hours a week, I'd imagine.
All right, that's.
But fine. I was like surprised that I was asked. I was like, wow, that was cool. But I was just like, oh, can't do it though.
There we go. And then my second topic before you came in, Yadu, was that I try to do like climbing for reasons that I'm not going to explain in this cast. But I'm gonna try again tomorrow, actually, at that same Block 37 one near your place.
Okay.
So if you want to join,
so you're gonna be over here.
Yeah, I'll be
in the evening.
Yeah, after work, I'm gonna do that, and then I'll see how it is. Yeah. We'll see. I'm actually kind of excited.
Class in the morning, and then I have work till 4:30, and then I have to lift with Jay, and then.
Yeah, I'll probably be in that like around 4:35ish, maybe 5-6ish. I don't know. Basically,
I've never climbed there. That's actually where all the SAIC like. We have a climbing club, and they get to just climb there for free.
Cool. Yeah, if you're interested in climbing with me, that's again, I'm very novice. Like I literally, this is gonna be my second day.
Like, I'm not good at pull-ups. I can only do like 4.
Okay.
Yeah, pull-ups are just extraordinarily hard.
Depending on the grip. If I'm doing like chin-ups, I can do a lot more of those, or like
Yeah.
Well, yeah, chin ups are
I-
easy,
grip.
you know.
I can't
But
like
But like
pull-ups
wide
are-
grip.
yeah, the
Yeah.
wide grip is hard for me. Pull ups this way is fine.
I'm like at like 4 or 5 usually. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Most of the time, you're using your legs too. So you're using both your legs and your arms to pull up.
Oh,
Like,
true.
yeah. So like, no, I would recommend. Like, I know, like, one person I talked to that said like, yeah, you hear people that like do lifting or do like really really athletic, but because they don't know how to climb or this is the first time climbing, like, it's like yeah, it's like holy shit, like they're using muscles that oh yeah, it was Jim that told me actually. You know, Jim is a big muscle guy, right? Like he says like yeah, you realize there's these muscles that you never targeted before and now they're like activated, especially in your forearm, right? Like my forearm was just like screaming at me, you know?
Oh,
And
man.
it was a good win too. Like I didn't feel like I felt tired at the end, but I felt like a good tired, you know? So I'm gonna try it again tomorrow if you want to join me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make this like I told JP I'm fucking scared of heights. I'm fucking scared of heights, right? So this is kind of like a fierce and fierce type of thing. Yeah.
The like
But-
sensation that I could fall freaks me out.
That's the worst thing. And I was
yeah.
I was telling him when you have like the solo thing, that like the solo harness, first off, it will grab you no matter what. But there's a split second, like only a few inches, like an inch or two that you fall because you let go. And just that split second, just those little inches freak the fuck out of me, you know? Because like your inner ear is already feeling it, you know? But outside of that, I don't know. Like I said, I'm actually kind of excited to do it again. So I'm definitely going to do it tomorrow. Oh, and then another thing that happened to me recently, I got the Steam Deck. I actually
Oh.
decided to fucking
Oh,
get the
shit.
Steam Deck. Yeah. So like
Do you think that's gonna be more worth it than like the Switch 2?
yes, it's already has been. First off, this has where's Gabe? I should be talking to him about this. This is the OLED model, right? So like it like significantly better than the LCD model of the Switch 2, which I heard is maybe slightly brighter than the original Switch 1 model that is also LCD. I have the OLED version of the Switch though, and it's like leagues better. But like once you go OLED, man, like it's just so hard to like not, you know, go back to LCD. I'll be honest. So the Loki, the other PC
Xbox
one that
say
I
they're
have,
doing a handheld too.
they are, but they haven't said what the specs are for that, or maybe they
The
have.
ROG
I forget.
Xbox.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
found it.
So like the OLED, everything, and this is Steam OS. I'm telling you, Steam OS is just amazing, amazing. You know, like the Linux base that they did. Like, okay, first off, the Loki, which I used to use for a long, long time, a smaller
$1,000.
4-factor. Which one? Oh, the Xbox one. Yeah,
No, the Steam Deck.
it's not 1,000.
Why am I seeing 1,000?
It's 500.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, well, I don't know what you're looking at. It's $500.
Oh, that's the 2023. Oh, the 2023 1 TB one is $1,000.
I don't know why 2023 1 TB one. What's the difference? The
Oh,
OLED,
wait,
the
but
OLED version is the
This
best.
one, yeah, I'm looking at a 1 TB one on Steam itself, and it says
Yeah,
650.
650. Yeah, you can get down to 500 if you want, and you could just upgrade the. Actually, I would get the 600 one because it actually has the anti-glare version of the OLED versus the kind of glary
Yeah.
OLED. Yeah, that's the one I actually got. The $600 one is what I
That
got.
does look cool though.
Oh, dude. Okay, here's the thing. And I think I mentioned this either last week or in one of our casts, right? That I think more and more companies, more and more hardware companies really should be more focused on efficiency and how they actually use the power that they have. Because right now, they're bottlenecked. So the Ein Loki that I have, which I don't have with me to show, that one on paper should have better hardware than the Steam Deck. And yet, so many games already that I had trouble playing on the Loki, I played just fine on the Steam Deck. Why? Because Valve was like, we already got the good hardware. We got to focus on the OS. We got to like get as much as we can from what we have, from the chips that we have. And they did an amazing job. They're like, it is the OS. It is all the bloat that you get from that. Even when I uninstalled Windows and used Chimera OS, which basically opens up Steam as a big box mode type thing. So it's the closest you can get to Steam OS without Steam OS itself. And even like one that was leagues better in terms of my battery life, but yet it was still like my system was going hot all the time, and the battery would not last until like maybe at most 2 hours. This Steam Deck I got up to like 4 hours when I was playing Dave the Diver and shit like that. Like it was crazy. I like lost track of time. So already this thing is already like, boom, here's all my Steam libraries and all these games that I thought I couldn't play handheld because the Loki wasn't working. And the Loki at the time when I got it was the most powerful one. Now it's not with the ROG and all that stuff. But every one of those things, they suffer from overheating. They suffer from all these other problems. And you mostly have to get rid of Windows and use like whatever you have. So Lenovo Go S is the first one. No, maybe the second one that has native Steam OS on it. And even that one like is suffering with some heat dissipation problems. The Steam OS, it just fucking, like the Steam Deck, it just fucking works. It just works. It's amazing. And it's using like last generation or no, maybe 2 generations of hardware. Like people, Windows, Microsoft, you're fucking up. Now you have like Valve showing you up. Like this is how you make an operating system. It's crazy. And Microsoft.
I saw Moist Critical did a video like about Nintendo, and he was like, "The CEO is delusional."
No. It actually that I was gonna go like good transition actually because I was gonna transition to Nintendo itself. So Nintendo, they say they have the most powerful hardware in the Switch 2, and yet they're playing games like Mario Kart and Mario Kart World and stuff like that. That is having lag issues. The fact that their LCD panel is absolutely abysmal, and like actual like hardware like reviewers and stuff that actually get into the nitty gritty of it have shown like this has terrible response rate. Like it's just terrible. But they were just like they didn't do OLED, so like for some reason they went back to LCD. And
they didn't do OLED, so they could like release a more expensive OLED version.
Yeah, they're gonna do a Switch 2 OLED.
More doubloons out of you later.
100%, they're gonna do Switch 2 OLED for sure. The joystick. So I actually probably did talk about this in a couple of like streams ago or something like that. The Joy-Cons, like the technology is the exact same Joy-Cons. It's the exact same Joy-Cons. They're just bigger. That's it, right? But they're going to eventually get the stick drift problem. Because like they haven't changed anything with those Joy-Cons, like everything. That's why who was I talking to? It was last week. We had a few people, like our chat was like, some of them wanted to buy a Switch 2. It's like, bro, it's a waste of money. Like, honestly, okay, you have Mario Kart if you're big, but Mario Kart 8 is already out there, and has more tracks.
Anything like horrifically better than the like tech spec wise than the last OLED one they put out?
Like in terms of a game? I don't get what you mean.
Like Nintendo, like the Switch. Like is it worth the price they're charging, or are they just scamming?
The OLED one. So I did buy the OLED one. I do say I probably had buyer's remorse.
Okay, say someone was like between like, should I get the new Nintendo Switch, like the LCD one, or should I just get the old OLED one?
Oh.
Which would you tell them to go with?
Honestly, I probably would sell them the OLED because you have more of a catalog in the Switch currently. Because like there's only 2 games that are exclusive to the Switch too. That's like the new Mario Kart and the upcoming Donkey Kong game. That's it. I guess the new Metroid Prime, but I heard the new Metroid Prime is also going to be on a regular Switch, isn't it?
When I was upgrading my console, when was this? Back in like 2022, 23 maybe? Mm-hmm. I had an Xbox One S, and my friend was like, because he plays Xbox, and he has an Xbox One. So he clearly doesn't give a shit about like any of the new gen games.
Yeah.
He's like, why don't you just get, I was like, I think I'm going to get a PS5. And he's like, why don't you just get, the Xbox Series X or S? And I was like, because the exclusives to Xbox are not fucking worth it.
They're not, but it's the Game Pass. If you're getting Game Pass, that thing is hella worth it. Like,
well, I think I'm gonna cancel my fucking Game Pass because he's the only person I play with, like on Xbox, and like now his work hours, he's like on the floor of like production for a construction company. So he's like, he comes home and he just goes to sleep. He doesn't play anymore. So I'm like, why am I even? I was like, I should just cancel my fucking Xbox Lives.
So two things. One, yeah, if you're only playing because of multiplayer, then yeah, that's not worth it for sure. Secondly, though, that's the other thing though, because like if you're going for single player games, I would still go for the Xbox because like I've played so many indie titles because of the Xbox Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Oh, yeah.
it was a godsend for me because there were so many games that I didn't even know existed that were actually legitimately really, really good. And there were just all these indie titles. It was crazy. Now, actually, good segue is that I've actually just started playing, well, actually Expedition 33 was also in Game Pass, you know?
So good.
There you go.
Game of the year.
Game of the year right there. And then I'm playing this other one, Blueprints. I started playing it. If you guys heard about it, it's a very complicated like puzzle game. So the whole point is like you're walking in, like you have like this mansion that has supposed to be 45 rooms and you're supposed to find the 46th room. But what happens is that you go into one room. When you open the door, you basically have these like blueprints of three rooms. And you have to choose what the next room is going to be, right? Now they throw more wrenches at you, like some of these rooms are locked, so you can't get in unless you have a key, or this type of room you can't build until you have this number of gems, that sort of thing, right? But the whole point is that you're trying to fill out all 45 to get to 46, right? And you sometimes don't even have a choice of like what the pools of rooms that you get to pick, like what are the three that you draw, right? So this game is a hella puzzle, and like they don't explain shit. Like it's like sometimes you go to rooms that explain something that's happening in another type of room, you know? Like one, like you get the circuit breaker and like there's so many things like you have no fucking idea what the hell this means. It's only when like I got to a room that got me a password that had another room that had the network, like a computer. Oh no, sorry. I had a room that had a microphone, what do you call it? Magnifying glass. So I can see a letter that showed a password that was scratched out, but I was able to make out the password. And then from there, I was able to find out something, blah, 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 that sort of thing, right? So this game is hella makes you think, definitely, right? And that's on Game Pass.
Real quick to Pringles, but this is what I wanted to bring up is that the hot ones, the barbacoa hot ones, these are good. All right. Pringles nailed it with these. But some of their other flavors, like
I had like a guilty pleasure of like I think wasn't there like a pizza flavored Pringles?
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Oh, I guess because I was like
I like the kettle cooked jalapeno Lays.
It's because I was a big fan of combos when I was a kid.
Oh, combos! I still have those on road trips.
The pizza
That's like
combos,
my road trip
yeah.
Food.
You know those things, yeah. Hold on. In that note, I'm gonna get water. So you guys keep talking. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we're not drinking tonight, or what?
No, I'm drinking. When he gets back, I'm gonna go get a beer. So
maybe I should, but I still have the runner's high from like the working out. So I'm actually I'm not depressed right now, which actually I feel like beer will get me depressed.
Are you drinking?
Exercise lowers cortisol.
I took a gummy and I'm having a beer, so I'm in good shape.
Fucking awesome.
Well, I take a gummy every night. It just helps to like chill me out.
I can't eat like gelatin things. I think I'm allergic.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like,
man.
I remember the first time I ever tried a gummy. I was age appropriate.
You don't have to be.
And I was like, first off, it took 2 hours to hit me. So like, luckily I didn't have another one because like the onset, I have really long onset for like ingesting for some reason. So like, luckily I didn't take another one because I was like, I don't feel shit. Yeah. And my buddy was like, I was like, should I take another? And he was like, no, because he was feeling it and he was like, nah.
Yeah.
He was like, because if it hits you later, it's gonna kill you. Yeah.
Like for an hour, I didn't feel it. I'm like, all right, give me another one. And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, fuck. That was a mistake.
Yeah, no, exactly. So he was like, oh, then it hit me. And then, like, I had a reaction to the gelatin. So I'm also like, whenever I have, like, anything like gummy worms or, like, Lifesaver gummies or anything like that, I get this pain that's like I'm being, like, stabbed through my back into my chest, like, by a spear.
Weird.
And it fucking hurts for like hours. And I had that feeling while I was also like
Like
in a
hi, yeah.
state.
That,
So I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die.
Are you sure you weren't getting stabbed literally by somebody? That sounds weird.
No. And then, dude, so Tomas, he was moving out and he gave me a bunch of chocolates, and I had one, and it was like 10 milligrams. And I was like, this isn't shit. So, because my tolerance had been kind of up there, so I was like, maybe I should take more. And I did, and I had a few pieces, like just chilling by myself in my apartment. Luckily, like now I'm at the point where like I can handle it if I do have too many. But like, I was like, damn, these aren't shit. And then like 2 hours later, like I had taken like a couple more, and then it was like all of a sudden like 4:30 a.m. and I was like, I've been playing solitaire for 5 hours, like on airplane mode too, so I don't get ads. My mom couldn't reach me the other day
So,
for like 3 hours.
I got a good recent high story.
Oh,
Sorry to cut you off there.
no, you're good. That was all. That was all it was.
I
My mom couldn't reach me for 3 hours because I was playing
Oh,
fucking
shit.
solitaire on airplane mode.
So we were camping at Devil's Lake.
Oh, sorry. By the way, we do have a few listeners that
End of
aren't
June.
paying attention. So one dude is
all
actually
good.
he got some Taco Bell, smoking a bowl on the patio, and listening to topical drinks. Okay, all right. They're calling us.
Why am I not seeing the chat?
What? Oh, they're not in the chat. They're just listening right now. They're calling Sophical
okay.
Kinks now. We're Sophical Kinks now. Anyway, go ahead.
All right.
Why?
I don't know.
So I think it was like so the first night we had thunderstorms.
But he's listening. It was
and-
radio now. Go ahead. Sorry.
And no, first night it was like thunderstorms, so we didn't do shit. We all just stayed in our tents. Second night, it was still raining, but not that bad. And so, me and a few other people went inside this like canopy we had set up. We do a group camping, and so there was like 4 of us just playing cards all night. And one dude's like, I'm gonna let a joint pass around. I'm like, and I hate like smoking it nowadays versus taking a gummy because I can't control how high I get. So I'm like, all right, I'll do like 2 hits, And fuck, that fucked me up big time. It just got me so damn high. Yeah.
Normally it's the reverse for people because like ingesting it is just like fucking mainlining it to like.
No, that's
no.
that's 100% for me. Like I prefer smoking it. I hate gummies. I hate gummies, edibles. I hate edibles. Like first off, it's maybe
I'm with
because
Jorge on that.
yeah, because
And
like
so part of the story, real quick,
okay, sure. Go ahead.
is
Oh yeah.
so I went back to the tent because it was getting late and shit, and I get back there and I'm hearing noises outside the tent. So I'm like high as fuck, like every single noise I could hear, and it's drizzling. So like I can't tell if it's like rain or some other shit. And I swear to God, I thought I felt something go by the side of the tent, and I'm like, is that my imagination? Am I too high? What's going on here? And all of a sudden, there's something in the front of the tent, and it's like unzipping the tent.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I kick it, because that's where my feet are. It's like right by
no.
the front of the tent. I'm
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out of here.
Don't tell me it's not your daughter.
And like, and so it was probably a raccoon. Pretty sure it was a raccoon.
Raccoons
So,
can like undo zippers. That's fucking.
Yes. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
They're
So I
they're
went
smart
out
animals.
from that point on. Every single noise I heard, I thought was raccoon. So I'm getting up out of my tent like every hour. I'm not sleeping for shit. And then finally, like towards the end of the night, it's like 4 in the morning. I go out there, and one of the guys I was, group camping with, I saw him out there. He's like, "Yeah, I saw the raccoon. I heard them." And he's like, "I think it was my dog food." And I'm like, "What, dude?" I'm like, "You left your dog food out?" And I'm like, "Ah." I haven't slept for like 5 hours because I had a fucking raccoon attack in my tent. It was crazy, and like imagine being high as hell, just like oh
Yeah, no, I
raccoon,
wouldn't
I'm
handle
gonna
that
get you.
well, like at all.
And that was like my first night, and I was like, fuck.
So, but going back to what I was saying about the edibles thing, though, like the one edibles fuck me up more, and also they make me really, really thirsty. And secondly, like it's just the social aspect of smoking in general. I don't want to, condone smoking in general, but I'm a big hookah fan, right? And like smoking a joint, just like there's something more social about it, something more soothing.
Yeah,
common,
puff
right?
ass.
Exactly. Like it's just soothing to me. I'm not a smoker, but I love a good hookah. Now I haven't had hookah in a while because I actually I actually did a lot of hookah last month. No, when I was in Spain, and then a week after when I came back, I actually did a lot of fucking hookah. That I'm like, okay, I need to chill on the hookah too as well, right? I also took ecstasy in Electric Forest, which is why I have to chill on that for what 2 months, 3 months now. Maybe just in time for North Coast. Actually, I could probably take one there.
You say that on Twitch? Like, can you say you did that?
I don't know.
Okay, I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out soon if anybody's watching. I should say. I mean, we're talking about.
I mean, one of our friends was in Prague, and he texted me, and he was like, "Yo, don't smoke the weed in Prague." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "I think I got fucking laced." And I was like, "What are you feeling right now?" Describe what he was feeling, and he was like, "I'm like, I can't feel anything below my knees. It feels like I'm walking on knobs." He's like, "I'm like fucking hallucinating." I was like, "Oh, dude, it sounds like you got PCP'd."
Oh, that
man.
does sound like PCP.
There's some
Yeah,
shit where
I
you
was
get
like,
laced,
yeah.
I would not. Okay. Well,
It was like
back in the
nauseous and
90s, when you smoked weed, you had no idea what it was laced with.
right. I mean,
It was just like,
you
Yeah,
would.
that's the thing. I won't like.
You would want to go to
will
a.
not.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I will not like. I'm very much like, where'd you get this now? Because like, there was a time where like one of my friends, he moved to Chicago a little after me, and he like showed up like while I was getting out of class. And I was like, oh shit, when'd you get here? He was like, about 2 hours ago, and I was like, oh fuck, all right. He was like, you want to smoke? And I was like, sure. And we're walking back to my place. We smoked like half of it at this point. I feel like we should clarify this is legal in Chicago. And he's like, guess where I got that? And I'm like, where? Because now I'm worried, because it's like, why is there a story about where you got this? He's like, this dude on the corner just gave it to me. And I was like,
Womp womp.
what do you look like? And he was like, he had a box. I was like, of joints. And he was like, nah, that he was like living in. And I was like, this, it's like a home low joint.
Homeless joint, you mean? Wait, homo joint?
Nah, I'm abbreviating right now. Home low. And I was
Homo.
like,
Okay, I thought you said homo. I'm like, whoa, wait, what?
no. Home low.
Homeless. Homeless. All right, go ahead.
And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? Luckily, it wasn't like fucking spice, because I was like, how does this homeless person affording weed?
Right.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
was
back.
fine, but like from there on out, like I was like,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out where everyth's sourced beforehand. But usually people are like checking if I have anything.
Right. I mean,
You know, on
for
Saturday,
reasons.
what was that? Saturday, you were one of 3 people in the span of 10 minutes to call me about that.
Wait, what? Me?
Yeah,
About what?
or to ask me like if I had anything, if I had any weed.
On Saturday? Did I
Yeah,
talk
wasn't
to you?
that Saturday night?
No, I wasn't there.
Yes. No. You like I had called you to see if you were still out, and you asked me. It
No,
was Saturday because I had just gotten out of a movie.
you got out of the movie. Oh, wait, what was I doing Saturday?
You were out. You were at bars and shit.
By myself, yes, I was. I don't think I asked you for weed, though.
No, you did.
Oh! Okay.
And then like so did Gabe. And then I got up to my apartment.
No, wait.
and then
Hold on.
Another friend of mine called me and was like, "Yo," and I was like, "Fuck."
Okay, first off, I know why, and I'm not gonna say it in this chat and why I was out.
I know.
But okay, wait. First off, to my credit, I didn't ask you. I asked the chat, which was you and Gabe.
No,
at the
you
same
did.
time.
But when you were on the phone with me, you asked me, and then you told me why, and I was like, "No."
Oh, because you called me.
Yeah, to see what you were on, because at like that point, my plans had just ended,
Oh,
and it was still like relatively early. I think.
which
think it was,
that's actually what I was gonna ask. It happened very relatively early. 1, 2, I was not drunk. I was definitely very, very tipsy. Oh, you know what? Now I'm wondering. Like, yeah, when I said For some reason, when I said, when was the last time I got really, really drunk? Okay, I didn't get really, really drunk on Saturday, but I did get.
No, you were still coherent.
I was still coherent, but I probably shouldn't have driven. Off menu. Awesome. I probably.
You ever?
I probably should have bumped.
Drinking.
I probably should have bumped your
like,
place.
still drunk.
No. I don't get that anymore.
Well, dude, you would have been like one of two people to ask me that if you had, because my friend from school called me and was like, "Yo, can I sleep at your place tonight?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "I went to a party and my ex was there, and I don't like."
Oh.
I don't know. And he was incoherent as fuck.
Okay.
And then I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
And then like 30 minutes later, he was like, "Blue line taking too long. I'm going home." And I was like, "That was an option?"
No, for me, I first off, it didn't cross my mind. It was only next day when I was like, I probably should have stayed in downtown, but whatever, I'm fine. I tried to check the car to see like everything's fine. Oh
wait, dude, no, I just remembered when the last time you were really drunk was the anime rave, because you like fell asleep in your car and then had to like drive home in the morning.
Yeah, the one at Soundbar. Yes,
yeah, we all left separately, and we were all.
I fell asleep in my car because
like wander home on my own.
Yes, I wandered out because our two friends that I was with, they left, but I left with them. But then they left, and I just ended up wandering to Snickers, and then I just had another beer, and I think I fell asleep in Snickers because I remember I was still had the beer, and then no longer they took the beer away from me and told me to get out. and that's when I just walked, and then like I didn't want to bother anybody, so I just like walked to my car and like went to sleep. And I only like 1 hour later, I think it was like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and then I just like left. I actually was good to drive by then, right? Like or whatever, I was okay.
Oh yeah, because you woke up like I think I texted you at like 7
a.m. I was already home by then, I think.
Yeah,
because I woke up around 5 or 6.
An hour later, you text me. It was like. And you were like, "Yeah, I woke up in my car and I drove home like 30 minutes ago."
Yeah. That
night, like we all left separate because I think you had already left because I looked around and I couldn't find anybody.
And I should have left, dude. I should have like I left with the two friends, but I don't know why I left. I should have stayed. I don't know why I left. Actually,
well, I think the only people who were still there was like Alex and Steve, and then they wandered off and I couldn't find them. Okay. So I was just looking around and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, maybe that's the reason why I left, because I also kind of didn't want to be here anymore. But like, I think Gabe and Karen already left. They left. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
they somehow made it back after me. I think they went to McDonald's or some shit because like I walked out like stumbled. I like stumbly drunk like walked home. I remember I walked out and I had to like look at the sky and I looked to see which direction had more buildings and I was like that way.
Okay. Oh, that was the other thing. I couldn't find you for some reason. I think I said that. I left with those two other friends, but I couldn't find you. But at the same time, I don't feel like I tried hard enough. Also, because I think I should have tried, but I
looked for you.
At the same time, depression hits it and everything like that. Because like,
yeah, you get like tunnel vision. You're like, I'm not.
Yeah, I was like, I want to go home.
I don't want to be here anymore.
That sort of thing. Hold on.
Well, also that night, I had to like throw away an entire fucking cart and 2 joints.
Ooh. Oh yeah, yeah, because they stopped you in the. Oh yeah, and your friend, your friend, she left early too.
She can't hold her liquor at all.
She just left.
No, she didn't just leave.
No,
I was with her.
She said bye to me, but it just felt very weird. Like she had to go. I have to go now, like sort of thing.
Oh, it's because her significant other was like outside, parked illegally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When was that rave thing? Hold on. Why was I alone?
That was May. That was like the first weekend after I finished school.
Oh, that was for the pregame for ASIN, the Anime Expo thing.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the ASIN.
No, none of us did. We were just like, we're just gonna go to the fucking rave. Like that was it. Honestly.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know why. That was the same. That was the same fucking week as that EDC. The electric.
Oh,
The Las Vegas thing.
Yeah.
That's
you're
why.
right.
That's why I was trying to find something to fucking do during those times.
Yeah, because I didn't know if I was gonna go.
Dude,
Well, how
honestly,
was
Our
Electric
friend
Forest?
is weird about that because our friend like paid like a good amount of money to get into that, but then the thing that
EDC?
I invited her to that was like no.
Oh, the other thing. Yeah,
the
yeah.
rave thing.
Yeah.
Remember, she was like, "Oh, I might have a connect," but then we all had to pay like $35.
Yes.
The thing
she was the
invited
one that
her to-
convinced me to go. Actually, that's the thing.
Yeah, if she had copped her ticket when I told her to, she could have gotten in for free, but she didn't. Waited till last minute and then didn't go.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Wait, real quick. Yeah, JP, did I talk about Electric Forest last week?
You did not.
I thought I did. Okay, so first off, actually, this is the shirt I wore to it. I actually had another shirt because I was trying to be all EDM, whatever. I get it. I get it now. I get these fucking music festivals that I actually would want to go to EDC now. I actually want to go to North Coast here in Chicago, actually, because I get it. I understand now how you like this type of shit, or like how to like this type of music festival stuff, right? The next thing is going to be
Gotcha.
Lollapalooza, but I'm there for like Korn and T-Pain, but that's on a Friday. But North Coast would be the next big EDM thing here in Chicago, I think. But I get it. I understand now how to do it after Electric Forest, right? Definitely you need a group of friends. That's one. So anybody that wants to go, guys, anybody. Two, yes. The how would I say it? Since now that you told me that, should we talk about this in Twitch? But
The experience is it requires elevation to enjoy.
yes, thank you. It requires a little bit of help, a little bit of elevated help, right?
I thought you were scared of heights.
Yeah, not these heights, not these heights. But I will tell you this, and this is actually probably why I didn't say much about it, because like it was the first time. Oh wait, well I told you, JP, after our cast actually. So, but I'll say it in a more like PG way.
Oh, this is the thing that you told me about too, like the
Yes.
circumstance under which you. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Because it was the first time I haven't felt any sort of anxiety whatsoever. Even when I tried to like.
Oh, wait, we did talk about this.
Yes,
but
yes,
it was
yes.
after the show.
It was after the
Yes.
show, yeah. But that's the thing.
Yes.
It's like, fuck, man. Like
Yeah.
after that, like now I'm trying to chase it. Alcohol doesn't do it. It really doesn't. Like I told Yadu, like, dude, I like went out last weekend by myself 2 nights, right? And all I ended up doing was just wasting money on alcohol. That's it. And I was fucking depressed, right? And also felt bloated
That's
because
what
alcohol.
alcohol does.
Right.
No, I don't know. I think like having this, it doesn't help that Chicago's not a cheap place to drink. So you go out, you look at your fucking receipt, and you're like, fuck.
Well, no,
It was like-
that's not what affects me the most. Like, if like I wouldn't
Really?
care. No, I wouldn't care so much about the receipt. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
he's got money. That's
yeah, right. But I don't care. I don't care about the receipt. It's more like it's like afterwards. Like if I didn't have fun and then afterwards I'm like, fuck, I should not waste the money. Like then you get the buyer's remorse essentially, right? But during the time I didn't care because I was trying to chase this high, trying to chase this fun. Ironically enough, I kind of realized, especially because like on the random Sunday, I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like a friend of mine that actually was one of the people that went to Electric Forest with me. She told me that, hey, you should, like, because we were meeting some other person, they were like, oh, they climb. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should try climbing, right? And she was like, yeah, man, you got to try it, blah, 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 that sort of thing. So one random Sunday, I go by myself to Arlington Heights, the first ascent place. And already I'm like, I feel better doing this than I did just like trying to go outside like at a random bar, because like one, going out by yourself, going stag does not fucking work as a guy. It just doesn't work, man. Like I've done this before I got married, and it's not the
You gotta
it's the
strike
same.
out and have like no one there to lie to you and be like, nah, it's not you, bro.
Basically, right. But it's not even about striking out. You can't even fucking like, if you're going that route, it's like like there's no single person, there's no single woman out there. If you're going for that, there's no single lady that's just at the bar. There's not a thing.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
always with
that's true.
friends. You know?
It depends. Like if you go to like neighborhood bars, there definitely are.
Well, that's the other problem. The neighborhood
Well-
bars, it's like again, those are like once in a lifetime. Like I met my friend now, the lady that I know here in the suburbs and stuff like that. She's a good friend of mine now, but she was also kind of by herself and all that stuff too. So like that one is I guess like random happenstance as well. But like that's like one out of and what I met her like what 2 years ago now, right? That sort of thing, or 1.5 years ago, right? So like, you know, that after that there's nothing. Like especially in the suburbs, the suburb bars, the suburb neighborhood bars are like nothing, right? And even if
suburb bars suck. Yeah.
yeah, suburb bars suck. And then if you even go to like downtown neighborhood bars, it's also kind of the same thing. Like this is why I'm like it doesn't matter.
It sounds like you need to join like a trivia night or some kind of activity shit going on. That
Yeah, I have to
you'd
do
be
it.
involved in.
But at the same time, I'm also like, I met more people through friends that had house parties, and from those house parties, I met more people that I ended up talking to for a longer periods of time.
I've been having more fun hosting and just like me and my friends will just pick up like cheap bottles of, well, not cheap, but like it's obviously going to be cheaper than going out. Like if we get just a big bottle of liquor and some mixers and just hang out at the pool here. Like my apartment's been rolling deep lately. So it's like
Nice.
I've been having more fun doing that.
You haven't invited me yet. What the fuck, dude?
You live in the burbs, so do
I've been
I.
having my school friends over. I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
can hang with Gen Z.
We're too old. Yeah, exactly. By the way, how's Gen Z doing?
Yeah. Report.
Okay,
Gen
cool.
Z
Anyway,
Gen Z's
so
scared.
yeah.
No.
Gen Z's scared of the big beautiful bill.
Oh,
my gosh.
we all fucking are, dude. Oh my god, are we gonna get into that, dude? Okay. By the way,
Did you guys get into that last week at all?
no,
Jorge and I probably got.
maybe I don't
more money
remember.
from it, but
Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
heat my oven.
No, dude, we're middle class. We probably got fucked.
no, we get like judging if you're like over like I think it's like 180, you get like $6,000 more per year.
Okay, we'll see. But I
Yeah,
no,
I'm just saying, it's like it helps
yeah,
rich
I-
people and like upper middle class.
but I was going to say like fuck. First off, we didn't get into that because I was also pretty depressed last week. I have the runner's
Oh, yeah,
high, and
it's like-
I actually kind of don't feel like I want to bring it down right now. I mean, that's why I'm not even drinking
No.
alcohol, so I'm drinking
Oh,
poppy.
yeah, I could talk about positive shit all day long. Like so, like I'm in the middle of. Oh, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say like it was back to the conversation about the partying thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me just finish this. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I kind of realized like when I used to go out a lot before I was married, and first off, obviously you're trying to find a woman and all that stuff, but you get the sense of FOMO. Basically, you fear that you missed out because like there was this one mythical unicorn lady that was like at the bar, and because you missed out, you weren't there at the right time, that sort of thing, right? Because you always like, you know, watch these movies or hear these stories about like, you know, how, you know, magical you met, like whatever. I mean, like if I tell the story of like how I met, you know, my wife and all that stuff, it's not really a magical thing either when you think about it, because it's like it was a friend of a friend, you know? And it's like, how did I find that friend? Well, I found that friend through a house party, you know? So that's what I'm
That
saying. It's
reminds
like,
me,
sorry, one second.
Zoran Mamdani like meeting his wife on Hinge. That has to be like Hinge propaganda.
Maybe, I don't know. Hinge sucks.
We'll continue,
like I said.
Jorge.
But yeah, but
Like, I met my wife at a art show.
okay,
So we try some art shows.
all right, maybe.
I once
But-
hit on a 30-year-old artist at an art show, and she did go on a coffee date with me.
Oh,
And-
is this the one that I know about?
No.
Yeah, I think you told me about this one. I think.
Wait, maybe, yeah, probably.
Yeah, you did. You told me about this one.
Yeah, so first off, she thought I was, because of course it was at like Reggie's Rock Club, so like they were
Oh,
serving
love Reggie's.
drinks.
Love that
yeah.
place. Yeah, I haven't
They
been.
have
there in a
they're
while.
actually having another one of those art shows coming up, but
When at
she
Reggie's?
was like, yeah.
Oh, when? Tell me when. I'll go.
I'll check. I'll check.
I haven't been to
But,
Reggie's in a long time. I would love to go.
But like, props to this woman because she like made a mature decision. Like she was like, you know what, like I'll meet up with him. We'll get coffee, and I'll see like if he is like mature enough. But like while we were there, like we were just like we were kind of it was bothering both of us the fact that like there was this
Huge
10-year
age gap.
Yeah,
that would bother
there
me
was like
too.
a lull. There was like a lull in conversation, and I was like, "So what was 9/11 like?" And she was like, "Oh, that's right. You weren't even fucking alive for that." And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
And then the thing is,
Wait, for
So-
real? Hold on.
yeah, that's actually something I said.
She would have been like 10.
Yeah, and she was like, "Yeah, I
I
don't know.
was
They sent us home from school."
21, 22.
Because
Jeez.
she's from Chicago, and she was like, they sent us home from school. But anyway, I saw she had like posted on her story the other day, and she was like, to the 22-year-olds who keep asking me out in the street, "You're very hot, but I cannot. Like, you're too young." And I was like, and I swiped up on her story, and I was like, "You learned your lesson from me asking about 9/11 on a coffee date." She was like, "Yeah."
Damn.
That's great.
She was super nice about it though. Like she was like, yeah, she was like, it was funny, but like very obvious that
Yeah.
this is dumb.
I gotta say though, first off, fuck, how old was I? I was like 15, 14 when 9/11 happened. Let's do the math here. Yeah, I guess. Oh, second off, by the way, here's the chat. Here's the Miller Lite beer brat one.
Goes, give us money.
Yeah, and then here's the chicken one.
So ass. By the
Ass.
way, this is what I'm drinking tonight because it's what's in my fridge. It's leftover from 4th of July.
Oh shit.
That reminds
Okay.
me. So my friend who like works for that construction like company,
Yeah. He's the Xbox guy.
yeah, he came in on you'd actually be a good person to have on the show because he has really funny work stories. He came in, so they were supposed to have Monday off, but he signed up for overtime. He texted me at like 10 a.m. and he was like, "Dude, the entire weekend shift came in drunk because of the holiday, and everything is fucked up, and there's 20 missing ceiling fans."
Like they were on the ceiling or they were like in a box?
Well, so basically, what this company does is like they build modular homes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they just had 20 missing ceiling fans, just unaccounted for.
Oh, so in a box, not like ripped
No,
out.
no. They should have been in a box. They should have either been in a box or installed, and they were neither.
Oh. But the boxes were there?
Some truck.
The boxes were there.
So the boxes were
Something
there,
fell
but
off the truck.
Well, that
No
doesn't make
ceiling
sense.
fans.
No,
Right.
the boxes are there. The ceiling fans
So
are
they're not-
missing
Yeah.
from the boxes.
Yeah, no, it's nowhere to be.
Someone opened
Oh, that's crazy.
them up, took them, basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And dude, there was another
Wow.
time where he was like, he came in, and it was the first day they put him on shower duty. And he was like, "Dude, they keep having to move me to different stations because people keep fucking up." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, 60 tiles have been broken in the past hour. He was like, "I think they're hiring like 3-fingered people to put these things in."
I feel like, I mean, those type of stories though, would that kind of like, you know, okay, I work in construction.
They're
here's
funny
my
to me
story.
because
Yeah,
I get like sent them in like at a really random time.
right. Okay, so maybe we have to think about this when we're doing guests. Like, I first off, I feel like the pool of guests that we've had were pretty legit. Good job, JP. And I think we can continue going that route, right? And yeah, Gabe brought in the guy that made the video game Erased and all that, which I thought was a very, very interesting dude.
Yeah.
Definitely for what he did and all that stuff. But okay, look, I'm gonna give a critique because some people have told me this in person though. A lot of people think that I'm the one that's basically carrying the show because I'm the one that's asking most of the questions. So I if I have to give a critique to all you guys, like I always try to steer the questions specific to the person, but I also do my homework sometimes, you know, like there's a topic that I don't know about. Voice acting was one when we had that guy on and everything like that, or the two guys on and all that stuff. I don't know so much about it, but I read it up. I know video games. I know how voice acting is, all that stuff. Like, for season 2, I definitely want to see, like a bit more enthusiasm. I mean, JP, I think you do a good job. Yadu seems to be out of it. Same with Gabe, though. So like, that's one thing. If I had a critique to everybody here, we definitely have to work on like just kind of continuing the conversation, like bringing it up and stuff like that, you know.
for
So
sure.
like everybody
Yeah.
has to be engaged, right? Because I feel like if there's no energy, if the energy is only coming from the right side of the screen, which is where I'm at, you know, then like it kind of hurts a little bit right there. Plus, like I run out of questions sometimes that I have to kind of start making it on the fly because I don't feel like you guys aren't bringing it up. So
Yeah, I usually like come up with questions based on what the guest is saying, because usually I'm good that way, because I like to kind of like let things flow better that way. Like, so the guest is kind of leading the next question. Like, oh, you mentioned this. Well, let's talk about that some more. Like, what are you going on with here? It's like, you know. And so I'll have some questions set up, but I usually don't even ask them, because like they'll say something that's like, well, I don't really want to ask that anymore.
right.
They've either covered it or, you know, so.
Yeah, 1,000%. Like, if we're engaged, like if everybody, I should say, is engaged, then like you can do follow up questions that don't break the train of thought that we're in. Like, I mean, there is sometimes that I would have some questions that I would have to double back on once we have the lull. Like, what's the train stopped in what we're doing? But like, yeah, keep going with where you're going at and all that stuff. That's one. And then yeah, I still 100% think that I think I like the idea that the first half will just be us. Second half is guest, because there's just so many topics.
With the caveat that the guest wants that, because I think.
Yeah, but like those are the guests that will have to be like, hey, we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. There's no limits to what we talk about, essentially.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if there's limits to what you talk about, then we only got you for half the show. Then like. Because like we got a lot of things on our mind, you know, and definitely a lot of like personal.
Oh yeah, I think that would have to be like a. Well, it also depends on if the guest is willing to do the second half. I feel like some people are like they'd rather do the first half because of the time.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we should make it guest dependent and not just make it a strict rule. Just say, hey,
actually, that also brings
let
up
the guest determine, because
that actually brings up another point that I did forget too, is the timing, because we do have some guests that can only do like till 10 for us, right? I would prefer we start off with ourselves and then get the guests, because we get more viewers later on than we do earlier. Sometimes I should say, right? That's why I kind of want like.
Yeah, but we got to figure out why are we getting guests later? Is it because we're
I mean, we can't.
We got to figure out the why that's happening. We can't just make a move based on.
Well,
whatever, we got to figure out why they're joining.
Right. I mean, honestly, like aside from the day, which Yadu's here, we can also talk about the day though. But like the time, I think that's probably the hardest for us to like change. Like for me, if we started an hour earlier, that's okay with me. But like I'm okay with where we're at right now, because I think the number one limitation is actually you three. Because like for me, it's not like I could start an hour earlier, right? The reason why like I started a little late was because I decided, I got an hour because whatever, so I'll just go ahead and make dinner like I should have. I
could start at 8. I could definitely do 8 o'clock. It's
like
fine
8 till 10, and then we're done after 10, right? That could help.
That's actually a lot better for me.
Yeah. I could do that. Let's talk to Yadu and Gabe, but at the same time, I also want to free up Wednesdays. Now that summer is happening and stuff, and I've already talked to you about that. So that's one thing, Yadu, I wanted to bring up.
In the fall, I'll have to look at my class schedule, because evening classes go until 9:30 for me.
But like, do you have eating time Monday?
Yeah.
Like Monday, I think Tuesday is the only.
That's at least 2 days a week. I don't know which days. Let me check.
Okay, because Tuesdays are the days that I think JP said he could do. Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday, definitely.
Yeah. Like, I want to move it to Monday, Tuesday, because Wednesday, like, even before we had, like, before summer, like, I did have a lot of times that people wanted to hang out on a Wednesday, and I just simply could not. I was like, no, sorry, I got a cast. And then they're like, what's this cast? And I'm like, oh, this is it. And I tell them about it, and they seem all excited about it. And then they never fucking, like, switch on Twitch. And it's like, okay, cool.
But in the future, we gotta look at this as a business and not a, people ask me to hang out on a Wednesday night, so let's switch the podcast. It's got to be a business decision and not a personal decision.
But that's the other part. Is like I don't at this
Dude,
moment
did they change the fucking times for my class again?
Okay, well, while he's doing that, that's the other thing is that right now we are kind of flexible because if we're talking about business sense, like I don't think our viewers even like care whether or not.
Okay,
it's, like,
Monday and Wednesday are my night classes.
Oh,
Monday
so
and
you,
Wednesday are my night classes.
oh, so you can't even do Wednesdays anymore.
No, Wednesday I'm gonna have class from 6:45 to 9:15.
All right, then I think that determines that we're doing Tuesdays then.
Yeah, let's do Tuesday. I mean, it makes sense. Well,
Yeah, Tuesday I only have one
and...
class, and it's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. After
all right,
I'm good.
All right. Topical Drink Season 2, Tuesdays.
Holy shit, this schedule is ass. What the fuck was I thinking?
Now
what the actual fuck was I thinking?
The other question is, do we also want to do we want to start at 8:00, 8 till 10, instead of 9 till 10? 9, 11,
I would prefer that because like if we
That's
go
doable.
till like 11, then like it's so hard for me to like get my ass up in the morning.
All right.
We usually talk until midnight.
Okay.
I'd rather do earlier.
I like this. I like this.
Like post.
All right. Let me mark this down. So we're doing Tuesdays.
You guys ever just get really dizzy random?
8 to 10.
I'm not gonna lie. For the past week, I've had like concussion symptoms.
What the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
It's cause we fucking sparred, and I kept telling you to wear your goddamn helmet. I know Jim hit you in the head.
Headgear does not help with concussions.
So something cool that's happening. That I want to talk about on the show is next summer. I'm pretty much directing and coordinating a music festival.
Whoa! What? Really?
What kind? Like what genre?
So it's gonna be like local acts. So we don't want cover artists. We want people that do local original music. And like my genre range will be, I have a cousin that pretty much plays death metal. So
okay.
And I don't know if I want them at a local festival because it's gonna be like family oriented.
Okay. I was gonna say because one of my close friends, he does, I guess, electronic music.
Yeah, anything that we want it to be family friendly. So like, and I love death metal.
He's like a DJ technically. I don't think
I love gangster rap, but I wouldn't want that at a music festival. And I'm like,
yeah, no, he doesn't do rap. He does I don't think his music even has words, to be honest.
No, I would love rap. I just don't want the N-word said every other word, and so those are the things I gotta think of. You know,
I'm sorry.
It rhymes with so many things.
Yeah, well, you can use another A word, but by the way, hold on. First off, I just took 2 bites of the Brucken broth thing. Still disgusting. Still 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Second off, I'm sorry. I missed something. Did you automatically assume that Yadu's friend was going to be a rapper?
No, he mentioned rap. He said rap.
Did he?
No, I said electronic.
No, I was talking about why did I bring up rap? We were talking about it for a second there. I was talking about gangster rap and not using the, Oh,
I think it's because I said he's a Chicago-based artist, so it like.
Yeah, but that still doesn't.
No. I brought up death metal and not wanting that as family friendly.
Oh, he's talking about like
gangster rap,
like non.
Not having the N word. It wasn't had anything to do.
All right, JP, mask off your racist. We got you. All right, cool.
You're the one that made that connection. I didn't.
I don't know. No. You said, first off, the connection for obvious reasons, but also I heard it in between, like eating this bullshit, and I think like it just awakened my third eye, and then like was like, wait, what just happened?
No.
How many viewers do we have right now? Out of curiosity.
The most we have
3.
is 4. We're 3 right now. Yeah.
So basically, the festival is going to be.
What are their users?
So we're gonna have like a bunch of food trucks and a bunch of like artisan tents, and then at each end we're gonna have 2 stages with local acts playing, kind of like how Lollapalooza is set up, where you got 2 stages at the far end of Grand Park, and then there's only gonna be 2 stages. There's not gonna be many stages or anything like that, but just
really. So you're gonna wait. So you're not hosting it. I mean, you're a producer. I don't get.
So he's
like an organizer.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm the organizer.
director.
I'm getting the local acts.
That's
I'm
the
getting
word
the
I was
food
thinking of.
trucks. I'm getting the
Oh.
artisan tents, and I'm talking to the village about getting the right permits, all that stuff.
Well, hey,
getting
that's a
these
good diet
presents,
trick.
getting-
Buy snacks that you hate, so when you eat them, you're like, oh fuck, and you just put them away.
Yeah, these things are
So
fucking
I'm excited
horrible.
to do this because like,
No, I'm
Sorry,
excited
continue.
for you, man. Where are you doing it again?
Yeah, this
so
sounds
it's
awesome.
gonna be in Villa Park, and
Villa Park. Okay.
there's like this probably like half-mile, what you would call a bike path that has like 100 feet of greenery on each side, and so we'll have like food trucks on each side of there with like art tents. So you'll have like artists and food trucks, and then beer tents and cocktail making.
Hey, we got.
And on each end of this bike path, you're gonna have these stages. So, and I'm not even sure if we're gonna like charge money to enter the first year. We're just gonna be like the money's gonna be made based on the vendors paying money and all that stuff, and beer sales and food sales and all that.
I have a few questions real quick, but we do have a chat
Mhm.
question. How much is the insurance for something like that?
So
A good question.
it's because it's liability insurance for one day. It's like pennies, like not pennies, but it's like you think about an insurance policy. You're getting usually insurance for like a year on something,
Right.
so you're not gonna need like an expensive insurance policy. It won't be more than a couple $100 at most.
Insurance.
I used to write this insurance.
Wait.
Like, I remember
Sorry.
I remember writing a policy for like $85 for like an event.
Really? So like an entire event
Yeah.
is just that? Really? That seems.
Because it's for one day.
Yeah, but like
You're pretty much just
you-
getting liability insurance. You're not getting anything besides that.
for a couple. Okay, so you got two stages, so two things that could go wrong.
Mhm.
You have a whole bunch of vendors, and every one of those vendors could explode, and it's like $500. Like that seems crazy.
No, not even $500. I don't even think it'd be that much.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah,
Huh? Now-
because you're gonna be doing it as an LLC, so you're a limited liability company. You don't probably even need insurance.
Ah, interesting. Maybe we should
Yeah.
maybe I should make an event. Only that much. It's crazy.
Yeah, because insurance is to protect your assets, but if you're a limited liability company, you have no assets to protect.
Okay.
So
You're still looking for acts though, right?
yeah, like I've been involved in the music scene for like 20, 30 years now, and so
So you can
I
talk.
just make a few phone calls, and I'll get a spreadsheet of like 20 to 30 acts, and I'll have to decide between them.
You know what sucks is that
You
we
know.
actually did have a really good friend of ours that just moved out
Mm-hmm.
of New York, and he is a musician. He had a whole band and everything. They would have been perfect for that situation.
Oh, I'm
unfortunately.
talking. I'm gonna hit up DJ Flipside and be like, dude, how much do you cost?
Oh yeah, that's the one person I was actually gonna secondly say. But you know, it sucks. We had
yeah.
a really good friend, Charlie. He had a good band, good color. I actually did photography. I was doing the photography for his farewell party. Also did photography for one of their shows and everything. They loved it. That's why it was my first commissioned photography thing. By the way, I think I mentioned that last
Nice.
week. But yeah, unfortunately, he moved to New York, so that sucks. I can't ask him unless he wants to come visit. We can definitely because. He is original. Well, actually, he's not originally Chicago. I think he's originally from Milwaukee,
From Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah, somewhere. It was Milwaukee, wasn't it? I forget. Anyway, Wisconsin.
Did you see that DJ Flipside just played at NASCAR? It was
I
pretty cool seeing
I
all
did
his
see that
highlights.
stuff. By the way, I totally forgot NASCAR was last weekend. That's the one thing I
Oh
didn't
my
do.
gosh, that was,
Like I went to a friend place. A friend has like not really a good view, but like at least a decent view to the thing, and we went there every year, except this year. So this year was the one year I did not go to my friend's place, which is ironic because I haven't seen him in a long time, and I actually did see him last week after so long, but I saw him on a Thursday. And we basically drank, and I didn't get drunk. What did I do? What the fuck? I left, and then did I just go home? I feel like I went somewhere else after that. Anyway, regardless, though.
I feel like a lot of this shows us being like, I didn't get drunk, and then realizing we got drunk.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely didn't get drunk that time, but like, I don't know. Like there's weird
I'm a
levels.
good ass cookie right now. These cookies are really good.
That looks better than my fucking Pringles. God damn, those things are disgusting.
It's a brown butter cookie.
I should just go downtown and give it to a homeless person. I mean, that would probably be torture. But look,
Why
man,
don't homeless people be picky too? Like,
nah, they'll be picking with this shit, man. They'll be like, "What the fuck is this shit?" It's that bad. But
you ever like have someone be like, I ain't eat yet today, and you like go back in and you buy them something to eat, and you come back out and they're like, the fuck is this? And I'm like, all right.
I
was like, my bad, bro.
I definitely did have a lot of those situations. Oh, I'm hungry. Okay, here's something. And it's like, oh, I don't really like that. It's like, you could have specified, like, like, don't give me that shit.
I'll be like, I'm okay with anything. I bring it out, and they're like,
I definitely get that a lot from the wife. Actually, that's is like fucking specify what's wrong with you. But regardless, though, what was I getting at? Oh yeah, so Charlie, maybe he can come back from New York to play. He's pretty good. Definitely does a lot of family oriented shows. So that's
he has a great voice. Like,
yeah, I got his guitar
covers
too,
at bars
right over there.
sometimes.
Yeah.
His covers are actually amazing.
Yeah, and he fucking played in his own farewell thing, and he did an amazing job. I got videos of it too.
He also writes his own stuff.
Yes, except the jokes. When he did the comedian thing, like I really wanted to tell him. I didn't have the heart to say it, but if he is listening right now, man, like, yeah, don't stick to music. Don't do comedy, please. God, who else? So DJ Flipside, we do need. Oh, that's the thing I want to do for season 2. We definitely feel like we definitely need more musicians. Musical acts would work real cool. That would be.
I could probably really hit that hard.
What I really also want is artists, which is what I want Yadu to hit.
I got a Marvel artist.
Right.
I could get him on.
Okay, cool.
I could get my broadcaster friend who used to broadcast back in the 90s. He did the Jordan era. He's gonna have a lot of good stories.
Oh damn.
But he's getting permission. He's getting permission from Odyssey if you could do it or not. So I'm gonna talk to him about that.
Here we go. We got to chat more drinks in season 2. We should definitely do
drinks.
more. We should do more featured drinks, like what I started doing for a bit.
Make cocktails and shit.
Yes. I got to do more featured drinks. That would be cool. Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me.
We should make the cocktail during the cast.
That did happen that one time, but that was a special case because I fucked up my time.
We should do that every time.
I guess
that
maybe.
should be like a thing.
Yeah, I might need to get another camera or something, put it on my bar, and do that. So,
also, I think my kitchen setup is better than my couch setup. Like, I think I should start. Make that like.
Well, I'm telling you, the day that you made and ate that pizza, that was your best cast.
That was.
Yeah.
No, did you eat that pizza or the chicken? No, that was the pizza. All right.
It was a pizza, but it had a whole chicken breast on it.
Yes. Cat has more drinks than it. What it says, Cat has more drinks than anyone.
The cat. Yeah, he's got a whole bottle of Johnny Walker and.
Oh yeah.
Fun love it behind him.
Fun love it. Oh, that's right.
I went to Costco for the first time like last week.
Oh yeah.
Wow. First time.
Never been.
Jeez.
I have a coworker gave me the best
Club
anxiety
as a
story
kid with my parents, but like
yeah,
this is my first time in Costco, and
it's basically
I was with my
the same.
Korean friends.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's basically the same.
Yeah.
Sam's Club and Costco.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that. Like we went to like the liquor. I didn't know they had like 2-liter bottles of Johnny Walker. Like I didn't know that was a fucking thing.
Did you get the hot dog? Oh no, what was the fucking Costco?
I had the chicken bake.
I had the chicken
bake. And
we got a Costco. We get the chicken bake and
this shit is fucking good.
What was the other thing?
Like, this is good.
The double chocolate chunk, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I had the chicken bake and like a mocha freeze.
I think I had the chicken bake one time. I wasn't a big fan. I actually liked their pizza.
Where's the fuck out of your mouth? I like the chicken bake. It was filling.
You know what I really like though that we would always get is the yogurt, the ice cream, the fudge ice cream thing. But I'm like a sucker for like vanilla ice cream, so that
I think JP's right though. I think that is like my best content when I'm in the kitchen, just like making something and eating it.
Well, some dude asked in the chat last week.
Yeah, it's clip farmable as hell. Like, it was probably one of my.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you don't even have to always be eating. You could just be,
That's what we need. Season 2, more
I
clips.
could also
because
make drinks in the kitchen if I'm set up like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I could set up too. I got the fucking bar. I should do that. The only problem is like I got a neat setup. I got like the microphone thing going on. Like I'd probably have to get a second camera or something. You know, it'd be weird. But anyway, regardless though, more clips because the only clip we have right now is me making that drink, which I'm pretty proud of that clip. But that's the only clip we have. So season 2, we need more clip. The hot dog in Costco, is that really anything?
I buy like Whole Foods has like really good like beef hot dogs, like baseball style. They're like
Whole Foods.
I want to say like let me eat like 5 of those on stream, but like I can't get Clip Farm for that shit.
Yeah, I know the clip. I know the other clip. This
Yeah,
chat
the
is
internet's gonna
talking
go
about.
nuts with that if it goes viral.
Yeah, I know the clip that this chatter's talking about. I think I said something that. Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it because he could clip it again. All right. Anyway, so
That reminds me. The other day, I took a picture of Gabe when we went to 7-Eleven at like midnight, and he made like a double barrel hot dog. Like he put 2 hot dogs in one bun,
what?
and he was eating it. And
Did
he went for the bite, I got a picture of him, and he went all like, "I didn't consent to that picture. If you post that, I could sue you."
You
Shut
posted
up,
it, right?
dork.
Yeah, Gabe, if you're listening, fucking dork, fucking nerd.
Yo, let's make that his fucking missing picture.
Yes.
Yes,
Give it to
do
me.
it.
Give it to
Taking
me.
down the double barrel shaboing boing.
Send it to me. Oh, did he bear claw it too?
I don't even, dude. I'll send it to you because I took like
Okay.
3 pictures. I was like fucking.
Yeah,
I had to
Gabe,
get
if you're listening, like, no, I guess this could be a funny story if I was drunk, but
You're screwed.
I did notice that like when he eats sometimes, especially tacos, he bear claws from the top.
Yeah, he was.
Yes,
He definitely
okay.
was. Hold on.
That's one thing. Like, look, Gabe, I love you and everything like that, but I don't know what happened, but like I was watching you eat tacos. Yeah. I mean, he's a big dude. He's got big hands and all that stuff, but sometimes like I feel like he like bear claws it from the
Yo,
top.
it's a live
sometimes.
picture. That's fucking awesome.
Yes, send it to me. I'll do. I have to make the MIAs for all 4 of us when
Yeah, make
people
that
are
his
gone.
MIA pick. He's gonna be fucking pissed.
Perfect. He'll sue Topical Drinks, which is himself.
He'll sue us. He'll sue us.
He'll sue us, which is him too. No, I definitely feel like okay. You know what? He's not the. This is kind of a bit of an interesting topic. He's not the first person that I always kind of look at, especially eating like finger food, and I'm like, am I? Do I have it wrong? Like, is that how people eat? Because, and he's not the only one that also kind of like goes from the top. Like when I
do
eat,
that. I do that, but I do that because in Trinidad, that's how we like
go from the top
eat
like this, like completely.
food. That's like it's an Indian and African thing. If you're eating like roti and chicken, or if you're eating like fufu and rice, like you have to scoop it. Like
No, but
I don't know if there's any Mexican food that.
Well, no, like
the
there is
Ethiopian style.
tacos.
They
but-
took me to a Mexican restaurant one time that like
Well, no, I'm thinking about it this way. So, like, for example, naan bread and how do you eat Indian food? I get that, but the problem is, that, like, this is what I do. Like, I would break the naan, like, I have the finger food kind of like this, and then I do this because I'm like scooping, right? But then I eat like this, still underhanded, and then I go for it. The thing is, there's people that still have over the hand, and they eat over the hand like this, this. Oh my God, that's probably a clippable thing I just did. But you know, like that's what I'm saying.
shit.
That's what
Put
I'm
a hot
saying.
dog in his hand.
Yeah, put a hot dog, put something. Yeah, what the fuck did he put? Yeah, this is the.
These are things I'd never pay attention to. I don't know.
What did he just clip? God damn it! Fuck you! Fuck you.
that's fucking crazy. That's actually fucking crazy.
Okay, season 2. Okay, that. Fuck you, Rick Roll. But secondly, season 2, we need more trolls like this. This is
Yeah, no, that
we need.
was
this.
actually kind of gold.
Yeah, that was.
That was a good one.
I saw F1 over the weekend, by the way, guys.
Did he send? Yeah, he
I
sent.
heard good things.
Motherfucker
Oh,
sent.
let's talk about movies because there's good movie news coming out.
Everyone should see F1. Like 2025 has
I've
been
heard
a
good
year
things,
of good
yeah.
movies.
F1's good.
Yeah, like
really?
Superman's coming out. I'm
Dude, F1
really
was
pumped
like
about
if
that
you
one.
like the Gran Turismo movie, I honestly thought this F1 movie was like better.
I did not like the Gran Turismo movie, so there you go.
What do you like?
F1 the movie.
Wait.
83% in Rotten Tomatoes.
There's two There's the one with Clint Eastwood, which was
That's
Gran
Torino.
Torino.
Gran Torino, not Turismo.
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
And we made that. No, who made? Like, I think our guest made that same like mistake. We were talking about Gran Turismo, and he thought it was Gran Torino.
Yes.
And you know who I'm talking about. You know
before.
the guest I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Probably the one. Well, sorry, we had two guests that got a little too drunk in our cast. And you guys know who's the two. I'm not gonna say their names.
They live right by each other. They live right by each other.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think y'all do.
I wasn't there for the other, was I?
You were never there for the other, actually. Both times.
Yeah, no, because the other's been
But that's kind of like what the podcast is about. It's like letting them get drunk.
It is, but I feel like I also realized after I got that really fucked up that one podcast that I was like, okay, you know what? I'm definitely gonna make sure that I have my senses, you know.
As the host, we gotta have
as a host, yeah.
intact.
Well, I mean that's also the point why we have four of us because like one of us has to. Oh my god, what the fuck did he just
like
do?
Steer it in the right direction.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not. Hold on.
Not as good.
Okay, baby. Man, fuck you, Rickroll. Okay, anyway, so yeah, hold on. What do we got? So like Superman the movie. Wait, is there a new Mission Impossible that came out?
Yeah, they came out like a month ago.
That wasn't bad. I saw it with my dad. It wasn't as good as the one. Like I thought the one before it was better.
Dude, I'm totally. Oh, Ballerina came out. I was interested in that.
I heard that wasn't bad.
76%, so not too bad. Because like,
and there are
because
two
like
big ones in production.
Because like I'm a big fan of Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas is gorgeous. I love her acting. I love. Yeah, I kind of want to see it just for her. Plus, it's John Wick. I was a big fan of John Wick too. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
There's something. But like after Sinners, like Sinners was literally the last movie I saw in the theaters, and Sinners was a fucking amazing. Yadu, you were correct in watching that. That
I bought that shit as soon as it was available. I was like, this is worth it.
Is it available? Is it available?
So
it's on HBO Max right now.
Oh,
can
we talk about it now?
Scary for people that are scared easily? Like
no,
dude,
it's not horror. It's action and historical fiction.
Yeah, I hate horror. I'll tell you this right now.
How historically accurate, like they brought in historians.
Well, besides the vampires,
besides the vampires, it's like it's really accurate. It takes place like during Prohibition, like Jim Crow, Mississippi Delta.
Yeah,
and it's like the level of intricacy. Like there's a Chinese character in two Chinese characters in the movie. And not a lot of people know this, but there was actually a high Chinese population in Sharecropper, Mississippi during that time period.
They were used for the train tracks and stuff like that. A lot of Chinese workers were killed by that.
But when I saw the movie for the first time, I saw it with a friend of mine who's Chinese, and when there's a point where they speak Chinese, and she was like, "That wasn't Mandarin, but didn't sound like Cantonese either. What was that?" And then later, like in post release interviews, they had a Chinese historian like that they talked to. Or she's like a Asian American history historian or something like that, and she basically studied she figured out which regions of China they were coming from to America in that time period and what dialect they would have been speaking. That's like how intricate they were about the historical accuracy.
Actually,
sure.
Yeah. When you mentioned that, I actually did forget. Like, yeah, my wife was a little confused about that part too. But like remember, the character spoke like perfect English too, like the accent, and of course the daughter was pure Southern accent because she was born.
Yeah, and then there's an interview with another woman they had. It's a really old woman who either she was a child during, I think her mother was in sharecropper. Like people don't realize how relatively recent 1933 is.
Yeah.
This
less than 100 years.
We're still dealing
that time period, and she was like,
yeah, we're still dealing
she's
with
had
that
a full Southern accent, but she's Chinese, and people don't even realize that.
Yeah. Man, that movie was so fucking like the ending. The ending made me so. I actually okay. Should we go spoilers on this?
No,
think
I want JP to
I
see it.
haven't
before
seen it
you.
yet.
Oh, you
No,
haven't seen it yet?
yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I'll
Fuck
make
it.
sure to.
Okay,
see,
first
'cause
off,
we got HBO Max.
It's
so
on
I can
streaming
watch
right
it.
now, JP. It's on HBO Max.
I can watch it with Julia.
I wish you
Good to
saw.
know.
I wish you saw it at a movie theater though, because like the music, like try to get the best sound. Try to get
The music,
best
the sound design,
The
it is
it's
incredible.
So
Okay.
good. Yeah, yeah. Like
That's gonna win Oscars.
I hope
And if
so.
it
But it's a
doesn't,
horror movie
that's
though. That's the problem. Horror movies never win Oscars.
I actually googled it the other day and they didn't have it listed as horror. I think they had it listed as action thriller.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. So first off, I hate
Oh, no,
horror
it's still
movies. I hate
horror,
I hate jump scares. It probably only had 2 jump scares.
It had 2 at the beginning.
No, it had one in the
No,
beginning.
three.
Yeah, no, there was one, the snake, and I think maybe there was another one afterwards when all the
The
shit
flashback,
happened.
the snake, and then
The flashback, the
in
snake,
the house
and then-
with the couple.
That wasn't a
When
jump
Remy,
scare.
it kind of was.
It
when he's sitting in the
wasn't.
chair.
It didn't end up being a jump scare though.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But it
No,
was, I think it was. Like
I think there was a third one. There was probably a third one when one of the vampires basically was like like that, you know. But that's like when shit was going down, right? Like those were only jump scares. I think the snake one was the one that made me jump the most, actually. So just to give you the spoiler on that jump scare, when they are in, they have a truck and they open up like the what do you call it? The tarp from the truck. There's a snake there, right? That was the biggest jump scare, I think, for me. It was bigger than the first one, which was the quick flashback thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, JP.
I think I'm gonna be
was like
stacked
that.
for Halloween.
Oh, I can't beat the other one. I can't.
I saw like there was a meme that was like
I'll-
most annoying interracial couple you know is planning to be Stack and Mary for Halloween.
Yeah. I literally, my back of my mind is like, I can't join you with this, can I?
Well, did I tell you me and Dean were talking about maybe doing Rush Hour? Like because we're doing like
And you're Jackie Chan, right?
like me and
You're Jackie Chan.
no. So like me and Dean, our birthdays are like a week apart. So like when we have like our birthday party like with our school friends, and then we're just gonna do like a night out with like the people who are old enough to go out, like you guys and stuff.
Aw.
Well, yeah, because I mean the majority of our school friends are like not old enough to like go out,
Even drink. Yeah, right. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they're all international, so like they drink back in their like home countries, and they come here and they're like, "This is prison."
Yeah, that and also like drinking is a little different in international countries, depending on the country as well. Like how they do
the
it,
culture is different,
right? Especially when I came back from
even
Spain.
Even for me, it was different because I like grew up going to Trinidad multiple times a year, and like I had my first drink when I was maybe like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I didn't have any mystique surrounding it.
Yeah, it was the same in Latin America, but like they did crack down, like because they started having bars, like they started getting more Americanized, right? But like bar hopping really isn't a thing in a lot of places. Besides, like I don't want to say Japan because I was bar hopping and it seemed pretty easy to bar hop, but like a lot of people really do, especially Asian countries, they really do just stay in the one bar that they stay and they just stay.
Well, it's
in that
also
bar.
like it depends on how safe the country is. Like I'd say in Trinidad, it's not as popular these days because it's not safe these days.
Yeah.
Well, not that it was ever particularly safe, but you know.
Well, to Rick Roll's thing, no, like Peru isn't safer when they Americanize, when they try to make. No, the reason of the Americanizing part is that they started doing more beer, like breweries, microbreweries, which I feel like really took off in the United States before it took off in Asia. China started doing microbreweries. Japan did, but it was really hard to distribute. Peru had a whole bunch of microbreweries, like even in small towns too. But I don't know. I'm gonna go to Germany, so I'll find out what's the deal with those guys over there, right? I mean, hell, when I was in Spain, like nobody fucking bar hops in Spain. Like they eat. They're with their group of friends, all their friends that they know.
Club, I think.
They club 100% because they
Yeah.
eat dinner at 9:30. 9:30 at night, they eat dinner. They have their group of friends. They eat dinner and they go straight to the clubs. Like if you want to meet new people, like it really is very difficult for any foreigner because like I go to those bars and yeah, the only people I'm meeting in those bars are like people that are basically immigrants or they're basically I was gonna say expats, but it's like that's an immigrant essentially, right? Immigrants, and that's it. The people that aren't like from Spain, everyone from Spain, yeah, they're eating dinner at that time and then they're out to the clubs. Now I did go to those clubs and they're pretty legit, but this was before my electric forest experience. So like I was miserable, I should say, right? I was miserable and by myself. Wait, guess you forgetting the Moonshiner history? Moonshiner history? We still talking about Sinners at that point? I forget. Anyway, watch Sinners. Andor, season 2. Did we talk about that? I fucking finished it finally.
Yeah, many times.
We did? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking that show better goddamn win an Emmy. I swear. Like, God, that's so good, man. Like, the more I think about it, the more like just, oh man, like, why did they make Ahsoka? Why did they make all these? Like, I try to watch Ahsoka. I'm sorry, it's so fucking stupid. Like, so much. Of
I enjoy. Actually, I didn't enjoy. Thrawn was the best part of Ahsoka.
He was the worst part for me. It's because I read
Really?
yes, I read like the Thrawn trilogy stuff.
Oh
Or
well,
not-
yeah, that's probably why I didn't read that shit. I was a big Rebels fan when I was younger.
Granted, I read that stuff when I was like a long time ago, so I don't
Just get,
really
like,
remember so
retcon-
much.
Like the books are always getting like.
Well, the whole books were that's all extended universe, so that shit's all retcon. But like, he's so fucking stupid. Like, none of the things he's doing in Ahsoka makes any fucking sense to me. It's like if this dude was smart, like it's just oh god. Honestly, I wish they stopped doing anything with the Jedi. 100%. After Andor, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Fuck shit.
Yeah, but then you have
Shit
the
fuck.
fans. who
I
are like,
know,
want the
because I
Jedi.
disagree
Yeah, but
there. Like
those are
what they did with the most recent show was actually really good. It just got
Andor, yeah.
blamed by a bunch of idiots.
No, he's talking about Acolyte.
Acolyte was really good.
Acolyte was good. I thought Acolyte people were really unfair
Acolyte,
on
the
Acolyte and
reviews
the race
are
thing.
like shooting up because people are realizing that it was.
Yeah, there's like a movement to like save.
Save Acolyte.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch because I remember watching first episode and
It's
that's
next
it.
to Andor. It's the next best Star Wars show.
Okay, well, I mean Andor. Okay, you said next to Andor, but like Andor's here. Everything else is here. Like
I enjoyed the
Yeah.
first season of Mandalorian. I thought season.
the first
You
the
can't
first season
have
till
a
the
good
end.
Star Wars Jedi franchise without showing the dark side, and Acolyte was showing that for the first time.
Dude, Kimir was amazing. I thought.
And
I don't understand why people are so mad about the twins and the Metachlorian manipulate. Like,
Okay, so this is where you lost me on that. Like I when it comes to like the Force, the Metachlorians, and all
also
that stuff, like those are the things I was like, I don't
Darth
care.
Plagueis.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit about Darth Plagueis. Like those are the things I really don't care about. Like even when I was a kid,
But
by
that
the
was
way,
like supposed to be like what Star Wars was.
it's
like-
no. Honestly, it's not.
So
When
did you
see-
hate the prequels?
the prequel? Oh yeah, I hated the prequels. I'm talking about like the original, original trilogy.
What makes a dark like
I actually
if you
always liked the prequels.
wanna
Even as a
really
kid, I
like
loved the
the
prequels.
Well, yeah,
Star
because
Wars
you're a
universe
kid.
and like the good and the bad, the rebels versus the Empire is that it's good to know how the Empire was
Viet Cong
built and
versus
how
the
it
US.
started From you have
Yeah,
1,000 years of the
Dude.
Sith not doing anything and just waiting
yeah.
for the right Sith to come
But,
board and
well,
flip the script.
right, but here's the thing.
I think a lot of sci-fi shit made like that was meant to be like,
a metaphor to the
An
United
allegory
States
for,
Empire.
like,
yeah,
yeah,
or capitalism.
like any
yeah.
sci-fi movie that was meant to be an allegory for like the Vietnam War was like.
allegory. Yeah. Sorry,
was
I
doing-
didn't want to be like a gay, but it's allegory. Is what you were trying to say.
I've heard of both.
Allegory?
Allegory.
Allegory? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Allegory.
I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. All right, but like no. Okay, so real quick,
Like the Predator, the first one is supposed to be like Vietnam War commentary, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
point.
mean, wasn't it, but regardless, like one thing is that,
I don't know
look,
what country it was.
when I was a kid, even when I was a kid, I actually didn't give a shit so much about the Jedis. Like the whole like Return of the Jedi was to me. I mean, to me, it was the best movie when I was a kid because of the space battle, and not so much. Well, the
Oh,
Endor
like you like
thing.
the starfighters and shit.
Yes, I was a huge fan of like
So
the
you a big
actual
Star Trek
starfighter.
guy then?
When I was a kid, I would say like when I was a teenager, I appreciated the Next Generation more. When I started watching it more with my dad, and then I kind of understood why, especially when I was in college. And then the J.J. Abrams Star Trek came around, and I liked it at first. But when I talked to my dad and saw it a second time with my dad, and then my dad like basically pointed out like this shit sucks, you know?
Oh yeah,
And
I never
yeah,
liked the new Star
yeah,
Treks.
and
They
because
have
they,
deviated. And,
yeah,
like, I
it's
think
it's
what
not
took over for
smart.
Star Trek was Battlestar Galactica.
Yes,
That was
that show, the new show was
yeah.
that was good. That was what
That was
right. And
it's
Star
hard
Trek
to top that.
and Star Trek is still going into a very downward trajectory. Let's be honest,
Like
right?
I like. There's only one Star Trek show that well maybe two. The cartoon is actually quite entertaining. The Lower
The
Decks.
but that's just like a Rick and Morty ripoff to me, or they're trying to be Rick and
Yeah,
Morty.
and
Yeah.
then they're doing the like the new Enterprise type thing with the prequel to Captain Kirk, and that's kind of pretty cool.
Like to me, I think it went down. I mean, it kind of went down. I would say like maybe around Voyager. Like to be honest, because like okay,
Well, I liked all of
like
TNG, Voyager, and the space station one with Deep Space Nine. I liked them
Deep
all.
Space Nine. For me,
Yeah.
Next Generation cannot be beat. Deep Space Nine was good too. Voyager is when things kind of got a little weird because I think like the characters themselves, especially the captain, like I don't know, things were getting a little wacky with Voyager. I saw a few of Enterprise, the one with Scott Bakula. I wasn't a big fan. It did not keep me hooked. And then now the new shit has just got garbage, like fucking Discovery and everything else. And oh god, it's like they're basically trying to make it everything in action. Oh no, sorry, it all went down when they started making the goddamn TNG movies. The TNG movies were horrible, horrible.
I don't remember it, but yeah.
We're talking about like the next generation, like the like First Contact, which was the first one. All those ones, they were horrible because they were like you have these people that are like in their mid 40s to 50s, and you want to make them action stars. Essentially, they wanted to make like that's when they tried to make Star Trek action, and those movies was just god awful. First Contact, and then got the one with like Data's the Borg, and like there's like the Borg. No, the Borg made like a clone of Jean-Luc. And like he was a young, God, yeah. Like I think my brain like blocked it out, right?
Yeah.
Well, not to say like the original like the last movie that was like directed by fuck, what's his name? Sorry, William Shatner was horrible too. So I mean, it wasn't like the original Star Trek, but like they had good shit, I mean, granted, the first movie was. I have to admit is incredibly fucking boring. I'm sorry. Like I think you'd have to be a true Star Trek fan to like enjoy the first Star Trek movie because like god damn that movie really I tried to watch it as an adult and I could not finish it. It's just so boring and like everything's about sex too, which I think is funny. Like everything's like everything was just a metaphor for like the vagina, essentially. Like the whole fucking like, the actual like hole that the whatever like creature, thing, right? Like goddamn. But anyway, yeah, we were talking Star Wars. But anyway, regardless, like when I was a kid, I loved the original ones. Of course, I love like Return of the Jedi because of the space battles and stuff like that. When I grew up, I had a bigger appreciation for Empire Strikes Back, not just because Star Wars dialogue is always kind of hit or miss, even in Empire Strikes Back. But like the cinematography of Empire Strikes Back is fantastic and still to this day, like has aged so well, years later. Like the story itself, like where you're going, like everything about Empire was just good. Return of the Jedi, the only good part about it was the fight between Luke and Vader, but it wasn't Jedi Sith. It was basically father and son. That thought was what I cared more about. So everything about the Jedi and the Force, when it came down to like the prequels, I get it. Like Lucas was trying something new. Of course, Lucas sucks at writing dialogue. He can't write characters.
I think the Jedi stuff becomes a lot more interesting when you examine it in the lens of like, okay, what archetype are they supposed to be? Like Darth Maul is cool. Well,
no, he's
I
not.
guess when you explore when you explore Darth Maul beyond like the Phantom Menace, as like he's supposed to be Sisyphus.
I'm sorry, but he's supposed to be dead. Okay, him and Boba
he's
Fett.
supposed to be Sisyphus. Like he's stuck rolling this fucking boulder up a hill repeatedly, only to keep failing.
But like, why do you need Darth Maul? Like, you can get other characters. Like, you can get other people that represent. Like, Maul is dead. I hate.
Because he fucking looks cool.
No, oh God. See, that's why
Sam Witwer gives a hell of a performance in the Clone Wars as Darth Maul.
That's why. No, this is why Boba Fett came back from the dead or whatever the fuck too. It's like they look cool, they were marketable. Let's put them back. Like, I hate that. They're like, it's Marvel. It's like Marvel and comic books. They like keep them dead.
I will say,
I
fucking hated the Book of Boba Fett. I thought it was
shit. God, that was horrible, dude. My God.
The best part of the Book of Boba Fett was when it just became the Mandalorian show for like a full episode.
Yeah, Mando came back and Grogu. Grogu was there. I forget.
I do like Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, I love the actor. Pedro Pascal is great.
Like, I'm excited for him as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't care about Marvel anymore.
The MCU doesn't even deserve him. Actually, I want to see if JP watched any of Ironheart when he gets back, because Ironheart was actually pretty good, and he got review bombed by fucking racists.
Yeah, of course. I got a race. It
was only 6 episodes. Like,
yeah,
and they had a good cast.
I'm sorry, but like, I'm just so marveled out. It has like nothing to do. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's. I'm already marveled out for everything Marvel, so that's why like you can't convince me to like watch it. What else
came out this year for Marvel? Like 2025, what came out? Daredevil. Daredevil was good. That was good. It wasn't as good as the Netflix series, but it was still good. They had.
So is it like a reboot? Like, is the Netflix series no longer?
No, it's canon. It's canon. It's still canon.
It is canon.
It continued. It like picked up from that.
Love hearing people complain when the majority get what they want. Is it the majority? I mean, if we were talking about the majority, fucking Rise of Skywalker.
JP, did you watch any of? Did you watch any of Ironheart?
Yeah, you gotta.
I just finished episode 2.
It's good, right? Like
I'm like the Hood is a pretty cool character. I think it's a really good casting. Yes.
I'm so like it got review bombed by a bunch of fucking racists, and I was like, of course it did.
Riri's great, and the Hood is great.
Suits are cool. Dude, everyone was complaining, I'm tired of nanotech.
Shows up at the end, so it's like,
yeah, everyone was like, I'm tired of nanotech suits.
But that's what's the universe.
So it's like they gave them the non-nanotech suits. Like Riri's suit ups are sick as fuck.
But that's such a stupid complaint though. I'm sorry. Like that's what I don't care. That's what I don't care. Like, I care about the characters. I care. It doesn't matter if he's got a nano set or whatever the fuck. You know, like it's just about.
No, but what's the name of the kid who played the Hood? He was in.
I don't know.
He was in Rise of the Beast, Transformers, but he was also in Hamilton, wasn't he?
Oh, Hampton makes sense. Like I thought
it's Anthony familiar. Something. It's Anthony something, I think.
Okay.
Anthony Ramos.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's funny. Like, he's been funny in other stuff. He was in A Star Was Born, Twisters, Rise of the Beast, Hamilton. He was in The Heights. In The Heights.
In The Heights. What was that?
So he's been in a bunch of musical stuff. In The Heights was that movie. It was like Washington Heights, New York. It was like a love story thing, I think. It had Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think did he write it? Yeah,
it wasn't a cartoon, right?
No.
It was based.
I've seen it. Okay, it's not a cartoon. For some reason, I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's based off a book. Well, the book wasn't written by Miranda, but the concept was from him. Interesting.
Mark Anthony was in it.
Oh, real quick. Someone that I definitely want to watch more stuff from, Diego Luna. Fucking his
Yeah,
Andor,
yeah.
everything he did with Andor. Fuck. He fucks. He fucks. That shit fucks. God damn it. We need
you
more
watch
Andor.
Narcos?
Yes, I watched Narcos. I watched
haven't watched
Narcos.
Narcos.
He was in
I haven't
Narcos.
watched it.
I loved Narcos,
Dude,
actually.
Diego Luna was in the Terminal Elysium. I didn't know he was in this shit.
Yes, he was in Elysium,
He was in the
dude.
Frida Kahlo movie with Salma Hayek and Alfred
I gotta
Molina?
jump out, guys.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
actually,
shit, there's 11.
we're way
Really
past the
old guy.
time. Yeah. All right,
We're way
guys.
over time.
Yeah, no, but we're way over time. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Like, I guess we got more viewers like right at the very end. But
Yeah.
all right.
We'll be back next week, I think.
Yeah, it's because of the clips. It's
Yeah.
the clips. We got to do more clips. Okay. Anyway, guys. Yeah. Thanks a lot. We will start getting ready for season 2 once I start getting more graphics in. I think I really want to do more graphics. If we could get someone to like write like a quick like song or something for that, we could like a jingle that we could start the thing on or something. I really want something to loop. So like when we do the waiting,
I feel like we
screen-
already have like an opener with the like, what are you drinking? Like that's kind of
have
I
AI
feel
do
like
it. No, we're
Jingle
not.
is gratuitous.
No, we're not doing AI
Figure
here.
it
All
out.
right. Yeah. All right, guys.
Maybe I can write some.
All right. Season
Later.
preseason. Later, guys. Peace.